More 104.7 FM and DMTV America present now. This is Old School. This is Old School. America's hottest 80s and 90s old school party comes to TNT. Just got paid. It's Friday night. This is Old School. Featuring the Hitman Howie T, Sensational Sammy, the man with the music, and Dr. Ha, the boss of Old School. Hosted by MC Big from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Friday, 31st March at the Ultra Lounge, 868 15 Rush Street, Woodbrook. Dress code in effect. Or 104.7 FM and DMTV America present. This is Old School.
Hey, get your message to the ones who spend. Other major networks have to use 3 or more frequencies to get your message to the listener. One frequency where your message is heard is on 104.7 Iconic Radio. We present the best variety of music throughout the day. M104.7, the home of the icons. For more information, call our sales department at 628-4073 and 221-4913. Call now and request a quotation. No budget is too small.
Babes, and I win $1,000 with Cashpot Instant Win.
Instant Win? What's that?
Well, when you play Cashpot, just add $5 more to get your Instant Win numbers. Check your ticket, and if any of your Instant Win numbers match your Cashpot numbers, you could win up to $1,000 right away. It's real easy. So get ready. I'm taking you out tonight.
Say less, honey. I'm liking this Cashpot Instant Win, boy. We'll stop and pick up some more of those tickets, right?
Win up to $1,000 with the new Cashpot Instant Win. When you play Cashpot, get your Instant Win numbers for only $5 more. Match them with any of your Cashpot numbers in the corresponding panel and you win. Ready for instant winnings? Then play NLCB's Cashpot Instant Win today. Players must be 18 years and older. Please play responsibly.
Shiny and Ari Restaurant, number 67, Western Main Road, Gym, opposite Standard. For breakfast daily, Monday to Sunday, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. On the menu, sada roti, Friday, roast beef, pie, coffee, tea, Milo, vegetable pizza, pancakes with assorted vegetables. Lunch specials daily from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Chicken pilau, $25. Assorted lunch from $25 to $40. Soup specials and crab and dumpling. Delivery of food available. Dinner a la carte on the pavement from 6 p.m. until burgers, chicken sandwich, hot dogs, fries and chicken, nuggets, shrimp burger, gyros, and anything else you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your orders 7 days a week.
And Howie T's Clash of Generations. Clash of Generations. The Land Edition. The Land Edition. Easter Sunday, 9th of April, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. at the Torina Hall Center of Excellence. Dress code, retro style versus new school style. Prepare yourselves. Clash of Generations. Easter Sunday at the Torina Hall Center of Excellence. WhatsApp 689-2119 for more info. Get ready.
Trinity Lighting, 123 Western Main Road, St. James. Special on LED bulbs. Purchase 4 LED bulbs for $100, get 2 free. Trinity, they stock a wide variety of electrical supplies and specialize in light bulbs and parts for all your residential, commercial, marine, and medical fixtures. Remember, buy 4 LED bulbs for $100, get 2 free. 628-8373 or 622-6935. Check them out on Facebook, Trinity Lighting, ETC Ltd. Or shop online at trinityetc.com. In the Miami area, contact them at 305-354-2033 or 305-932-0727. Remember, be safe and wear your mask. Trinity Lighting welcomes you to their main store, 123 Western Main, St. James.
Easter Monday. Easter Monday. You know what we say, Easter Monday, that means More FM Sports and Family Day is on. Finally, the biggest and the best sports day in the country is back. And we can bring the entire family back together in person. This Easter Monday, all the More FM families will gather at Constantine Park in Macoya from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. April 10th, Easter Monday. It's the More FM Family Day at the Constantine Park in Macoya. Want to bring your friends and family as a team? Register early because spaces are limited. Or you can just come enjoy the day of fun and picnic with your friends and family and lime with our family of DJs and announcers. Come for tug of war, musical chairs, hoopla, tin pan alley, bouncy castle, and more fun games and activities for the entire family. More FM Sports and Family Day 2023. One family, one voice.
Are you disappointed by astrologers and pundits? Then meet third generational Pandit Narasimha. He uses traditional methods and gives solutions in problems like marriage, relationship, love, business, job, health, and removes all negativity, black magic, bad luck permanently. Specialist in reuniting with your ex. Call Pandit Narasimha 359-3939. That's 359-3939.
Welcome to M&M Pharmacy. Strategically located next to Eastside Supermarket in Sangre Chiquito, Sangre Grande. For all your healthcare needs and much more, M&M Pharmacy will give you customer service like no other. Your health is your wealth. That's right.
Looking to complete your home or business project? Well, the place is Michelin Hardware. We carry a large selection of roofing and plumbing supply, lumber, steel, water tanks, tools, and more. Get your sand, gravel, sand filled by the bag, yard or load. No one beats our prices. Visit us at M&R Building, number 97, Eastern Main Road, Aruka, or call 646-2144. WhatsApp 327-7761. Michelin Hardware.
Women's Rights Alliance Annual Solidarity March 2023, co-organized by the Institute for Gender and Development Studies, the network of NGOs, WINAD, Caribbean Women in Leadership TT, among others, in commemoration of International Women's Day. This year's theme, Embrace Everyone. 2023, the spotlight is on the importance of protecting the rights of women and girls in all spaces. Women's rights are everyone's responsibility. This ad is sponsored by First Citizens Bank Limited.
For Hitman Howie T's Clash of Generations. Clash of Generations. The Land Edition. The Land Edition. Easter Sunday, 9th of April, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. at the Torina Hall Center of Excellence. Dress code, retro style versus new school style. Prepare yourselves. Clash of Generations. Easter Sunday at the Torina Hall Center of Excellence. WhatsApp 689-2119 for more info. Get ready.
Green Dot continues to deliver internet connectivity to a wide range of communities in Trinidad. With our combination fiber and wireless network, you get the service you need wherever you live. Stream your favorite shows, enjoy online tuition, stay in touch with your work team, and connect with friends and family with internet service at a price you can afford. As communities continue to grow, we continue to deliver. Call 224-GDOT or visit gd.tt today. Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
The Ground Report, the ground report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The Ground Report, the ground report.
I would think that they've been very clear that all the of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, 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 oh boy. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Time check. It's about 18 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. Yours truly, the Pitbull of radio, Lennox Smith, Michael Kerr, Director Cuff, and you the people out there and your thousands of you out there. Good morning to you. I'm say a pleasant good morning to all maxi taxi drivers, PH drivers, bus drivers, truckers. Good morning to you. To all senior citizens. Yes, you senior citizens, a pleasant good morning to you. To the physically challenged disabled people, a pleasant good morning to you. Not forgetting our sister Al Tobago. Tobago, good morning to you. I say good morning to our loyal listeners, callers, well-wishers, supporters, critics, pretenders, haters. A pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. But I must also say good morning to the stakeholders, patriots, Trimbagonians, people that will put their God and their family first before this race, religion and politics thing that are destroying Trinidad and Tobago. With all of us in it. No religion in Guyana, we in the destruction of Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. Yep. Everybody feeling the Rowley. All religion, all race. It is what it is. Nobody ain't getting away from the Rowley. Trinidad and Tobago get the Rowley. We have the Rowley. Everybody feeling the Rowley. Who ain't feeling it? But there's nobody that ain't. No. The people that ain't feeling it is. Remember, every year so far, the Dr. Rowley government done already spend $500 billion. Oh God! Already $500 billion, you know? And still the borrowing money, you know? I look east. You know, like how they like to say, I go beat them in the east. I look in the east. I look in the west to see where that $500 billion gone. Under the Rowley. They always like to come. We go beat them in the east. We go beat them in the west. We go beat them in the north. My brothers and sisters. Double like Patrick. Rowley just do it too, by oh God. I look in the east for the $500 billion. I look in the west for that $500 billion, and well, I ain't started to look for the money to borrow yet. I look in the north for the $500 billion that already spent. I look in south for the $500 billion that is already spent, that them already spent. I look central for that $500 billion I went to Tobago to look for the $500 billion this Rowley spent government. Ask United States government to come in space and give me a satellite image of where that $500 billion, that is over $500 billion, nearly $1 trillion. Boy, it's almost $1 trillion with all the loans they borrow now still. Them borrow loan to fix road 5 times. They borrow loan to fix school 5 times. They borrow loan to fix Wasa 5 times. Boy, them borrow to fix the same thing over and over. And up to now, we can't see the things they borrow those monies for to fix. So technically, Trinidad and Tobago, let me do the maths. Almost $1 trillion this Rowley government spent already, boy. And when you look east, west, north, south, central, Tobago, we can't see it. Dr. Rowley, where the money gone? Dr. Rowley and your cabinet, because we can't target you alone. The little white boy in there, call him Bert. He know what he doing. He realize, chop it again. He put a black man like yourself there. Call him Bert is a real prime minister. Never take a holiday since he there all these years, 8 years. He never take a holiday. Somebody tell me about him. Maybe take a week gone or some week. Recently, right here, he now take some time in a holiday. Guarding that treasury, and yet still we catching with it. Where you guarding it so deep for, so hard for? If we can't see benefits from the treasury you're guarding, I say you guarding the treasury, make sure no thief and thing ain't going on, and then you making sure you guard it that the money spent back on the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Where the money gone? And you know one thing everybody could agree with while I looking for the money here is that we know money, they get all that money, they borrow all that money. We sure they get the money, but we looking to see where it's spent. Anyhow, let me say a pleasant good morning to those of you that are locked on Real Media TT on Facebook, Real Media TT on YouTube. Oh boy. Hey Ramsarup, all of you that are on YouTube, Run the MC, Sharon, all of you, a pleasant good morning to you. Oh boy, Passad, all of you on YouTube, a pleasant good morning. Hafiza D. Mohammed, Karim on YouTube. Yeah. Salisha. Yes, all of you on YouTube. The Green Matrix. Mina from Princess Town. How long I ain't see she there on that YouTube day? Mina from Princess Town. All I see in that JL 2000. But I wouldn't forget Rick Henry and Bernadette and Zabaran Ghani and all of them that are locked on Facebook. Cathy, everybody. Cathy Sugdio, Philip. All of you that are locked on Facebook, a pleasant good morning to you too. Raise everybody. Yes, yes. Shireen Lee, all of you. Frank James, man. How long I see Frank James? And Marie Amin. Yes, yes. Marilyn C. Charan, man. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Nadira, a pleasant good morning to you. Hey, Mr. Ali, a pleasant good morning to you. Oh, Mrs. Sharon. Oh boy, Budram, John, everybody, David. Everybody. But while I hear, I'm saying everybody. Sarah and Trini, everybody. While I saying that, I hope you all are on your computer now, going through your contacts. Yes, yes, yes. I want to say it slow because all it on, so that means all it will go read my lips now. I like that. Who on radio this guy, you know? Who could see in studio? Them let's have a ball. Yeah. So I'm talking to all who online now. I hope at all of that you all already like, share, send it out to your contacts. I believe so already, eh? Because we need more people on board. In order for we to get good governance, is everybody we need to get on board. Because not everybody listens to 104.7 More FM. It's like how the whole country got the Rowley. Things hard, things bad. The whole country had to get the ground report. We get an idea. So I had to bring them in. It's not about bassness. And for those of you who have been looking on for the first time, because it has some stupid people who say, well, them is UNT's about I was happy on them. Don't come with them kind of pop down kind of. No. If and when Kamala Prasad Bisesa get the next opportunity and she playing the fool, what I mean? She had to go to. A PNM supporter can't say that if Rowley come in there and he play the fool, he had to go. They're taking the pain and the quiet. A PNM supporter cannot tell the PNM when they go wrong. This program will tell anybody, any political party, whether the host and them favor anyone, even if we favor anyone, that so long as you're playing the fool, you got to go. And the same way things are being exposed about the PNM, it's the same way things will be exposed about the UNC and getting back to power if they only go down that road, which again I don't know, it's two different parties. PNM and the UNC is not the same. I was a PNM. UNC bring roll on cars, boy. Poor people could have drive, boy. UNC get them like chain and them laptop, boy. About 2-3 generations got a laptop and thing, boy. Education was at its best, boy. Water and radio land, but I wasn't hear nobody begging for water like how it begging now. Road, I never hear nobody bawling for pothole and saying the dropping they go and they end up in point 14. That's the type of pothole we have here now. Job creation, they create real jobs, boy. Everybody was working. This one destroy all. The PNM destroy all. So you see that myth that the two parties is the same? Let me don't do that to each other. They are not. There's only one thing in common with both parties. And if we are true to ourselves as Trinidad and Tobagonians, we will know. Which is the alleged corruption on this beyond all of them. PNM have alleged corruption, we ain't seen a cent. UNC had alleged corruption, we were seeing money. We was happy. All if a line, tell me a line, you know. Only online, only upon it done post, you know. Because it's 2023. And as the Pitbull tell you all, the message has Mikey K sent and all. Are you ready?
And I have to listen to that foolishness.
Roll your shame out. You mean you have to listen to my foolishness?
The people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid.
Not the people that is locked onto the ground report, Dr. Rowley.
I represent 29,000 electors in Diego Martin West. I don't know one of them.
The people of Diego Martin West, I believe, they'll get bright now. You know none of them, and look at how much of them. But you know the 1% we're giving everything to. Lennox Smith, a pleasant good morning to you. What's in the headlines this morning? What's going on in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, a pleasant good morning to you as well, my friend. Are you hearing me loud and clear?
Loud and clear.
Yes, indeed. Of course, I think the most significant development today, you know, there's never a dull moment in Trinidad and Tobago when you have a group of individuals who have, of course, captured government, and they have weaponized it against the people, and that they have demonstrated in no uncertain terms very pellucid incompetence, impotence, and with a proclivity, a propensity to, of course, rob the population blindly in their faces, confess that they have done so, store the proceeds of ill-gotten gains in our faces. Of course, I'm referring here to Balize House. I'm referring here to, of course, the fact that Dr. Rowley has legitimized, frankly, and have institutionalized recruitment, over 500 recruitment among members of the cabinet, unprecedented in any parliament, or any, should I say, not parliament, but any cabinet across the globe. And I tell you, I have searched and have not found one cabinet that would, of course, entertain such a travesty and such a betrayal and such a lack of transparency and still survive. And of course, Trinidad and Tobago population must be commended for their tolerance, from the perspective that they know it's 5 years that they have, and in spite of all the application of pressure, and the administration continues to be recalcitrant, continue, of course, to in our faces generate these travesty and these iniquities, and we continue to, of course, observe the rule of law rather than, of course, breaking out into chaos, mayhem, and rebellion. I think Trinidad and Tobago's population must be commended. But of course, you rightly said that are we ready? And therefore, I'm sure that the people are ready. They were, in fact, with respect to pushback 1, pushback 2, pushback 3, and pushback 4. Of course, the government continued, of course, to impose its will on the people by exploiting those institutions that are supposed to have coercive force, that is to say the police and law enforcement, and therefore the use of weapons and so on in their possession could, of course, turn out to be something that if we were not frugal, if we were not smart, if we were not diligent, might of course created carnage in Trinidad and Tobago. So I want to commend them for that and their level of tolerance. Of course, people are getting impatient. That being as it may, I think the most significant development, is that the High Court has said that Dr. Rowley will not have any opportunity, must not present that firearms users license investigations. No part of it must go to the Parliament, none whatsoever. The judge said, however, that it can be provided to the National Security Council, the Police Service Commissioner of Police, and indeed, of course, the Police Service Commission. That's where they have emasculated and has limited it, and of course, introduced a lot of scathing statements as far as the present administration is concerned, and of course making certain observations, which of course by and large is consistent with what Gary Griffith had asked for, so that one, the injunction will remain, but there is an injunction. Two, Dr. Rowley will be prohibited from, of course, whether a redacted version or not, cannot present any part of it in the Parliament. As far as the court is concerned, it was a dereliction of and a breach of fundamental justice. The whole question of a man not being afforded asked to adjudicate on that aspect of it, he would have said that agreement between Dr. Rowley as head of the National Security Council and those private persons now who were former police officers, he would of course had no choice but to strike it out and say that he was in total disagreement with that approach. External persons investigating the police service, as something that Gary Griffith was strident about, and he has gotten, of course, support from the court. Those are some of the issues coming out of that situation. Of course, the Attorney General wanting, of course, to wipe egg from their collective faces, is saying, well, listen, the most significant thing coming out of that exercise is that, of course, the matter, the reports can go to the police commissioner, the National Security Council, and of course that of the Police Service Commission. A bit of tongue-in-cheek, frankly, and attempting, of course, to defend the indefensible, but that is typical of this administration. Those are I think I've consumed sufficient time, but there are a number of other issues, including, of course, that of the number of deaths relating to COVID-6. As we said yesterday, it continues, and of course, the number of infections continue to rise. And it is not any gainsaying as far as the ground report is concerned, but we did say that if people did not exercise out of an abundance of caution, continue to wear their mask, of course, social distance and sanitize, we would have a tragic situation post-Carnival. Well, at least we recognize from the reports that there was not much crowds and so on downtown and other venues, especially on Carnival Monday and Tuesday, and that may, of course, minimize the tragedy that would have, of course, ensued. Of course, Dr. Rowley, and in the usual ironic way, they said that, of course, they wanted this carnival to be the mother of all carnival in a situation where COVID still existed, and in a more, should I say, viral manner. So those are the areas, my friend. If you have any questions, I would gladly accommodate. If not, of course,
I'll ask some questions just now. While I go through the headlines, it has some things confusing me, so I will be asking you those questions within those supposedly independent mainstream media. Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning to you. Where calling from? What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Morning, Andy. I'm calling from Orlando. Tell them
good morning.
The commissioner of police said that God had to come and help us here. So she had it all wrong from the beginning. It's not God. We have to get rid of Rowley. That man is a jumpy the whole country, man. Orlando here, locked and listening. Thank you, bye.
All right, Orlando. Oh boy. Imagine the foreigners, the foreign Trinidadians out there just watching how the country going. And then some people will say,
have a Google eye on Trinidad, you know.
They like it,
very, very sad, the very sad experience they are going through.
Go ahead,
good morning.
A pleasant good morning to Mr. Andy, Mr. Lennox, and Mr. Mikey K. Tokoman here.
Go ahead, Tokoman. What's the latest?
Good morning to you as well.
I had to talk to you after the program too, because that land thing there is all kind of new developments coming out at that day, you know, because opposite it's a next estate, you know, and the ward land, the Wharton land is the one where the people and them own there and all those different things, right? But there's plenty of new developments, but at the end of the day, it's all about rectifying, bringing out order. I hope the group up there ready to be able to face the MP, the councillors, and all the others sit down, negotiate, talk, and get this thing done and over with. You know? But you go ahead, my brother.
In the interest of all.
In the interest of all.
Mr. Andy, I always ready.
Nice.
You will know that by now. I always ready with God's help for anything.
Nice. And you're always working and giving human service. So what brought you to the Ground Report this morning? Well, we know Toko. When it comes to Toko, we know the beach brought you to the brought you your wide range of knowledge and venom. Yeah, you really have. So what brought you this morning?
I really thank God for your commendation. Foot and mouth disease. Well, hand, foot and mouth disease. It was reported somewhere in a central school. Right now it is in Guayco Government Primary School based on information in Sangre Grande and the Hindu school. A parent spoke to me and his child got it. And he's saying to me that they are treating those things via quarantine as if it is COVID-19. And I'm trying to understand that because persons are getting sick. You're not hearing of it.
Just now. So you're saying, all right, besides the COVID, we know everybody in Trinidad know about the COVID, the thing. Yeah, we always know about the foot-and-mouth disease, thing. So you're saying that there is students in the Grande area, or wherever it go, get foot-and-mouth disease, or it have a breakout, and the people of Trinidad and Tobago don't know, or the constituencies of Grande to Valentia that, because remember everybody trying going and join there, including bounding constituencies. So you that way you're saying that?
Yeah, I'm saying that I have never heard anything of it on the air, but it is real because, as I said, a parent came to me who I had known personally, and he was saying to me, as a matter of fact, his daughter, he could not allow his daughter to come out of the vehicle because we went to a function together. She had to stay in the vehicle and lie down all the time.
Because she has foot-and-mouth disease.
That's correct, and she don't want her to be interacting with other children so that they may get it. But he took responsibility by buying the calamine lotion and actually wetting her down with it, soaking her down with it, among other things. And his treatment of it towards his daughter, it has left her. But we are not hearing anything of it. You see, in things like these, Mr. Andy and Mr. Lennox and Mikey K, the member of parliament should come out and make a statement on this, what is happening in his constituency. We are not seeing that at all. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. Neither, I don't hear the councillors or the corporation or whoever coming out and saying something, but more so the member of parliament, because it's his constituency and things is happening, and of course maybe they're keeping it hush, but I mean it is real and it needs to be addressed, because we don't want a pandemic based on hand, foot and mouth disease break out in schools and more children is being affected. So we got to deal with, nip it in the bud while it is early. So I don't know, I haven't heard the minister of education saying anything.
Now the minister
I haven't heard anybody saying it.
What about the girl said?
Neither. So, but I know of it because the parent came to me. Up to yesterday, I saw the child, and the child is still lying down continuously in his vehicle. He's not allowing her to come out of the vehicle as yet, even though the thing it have left her. But when it left, it's like chicken pox. It leaves some small buttons on your skin, and it's like chicken pox. When chicken pox is leaving you, that's the time it is more contagious. So he has her in his vehicle, staying there, and he's attending whatever, but she's not able to come out of the vehicle. Neither she is able to go to school because, of course, she's ill. So it needs to be looked into urgently, and things needs to be done so that that situation will be curbed and it would not continue to spread in Togo, Sandigar, or in any part of the country. More than that, Andy, I sent you a video, 2 videos actually.
Yes, one with a lady with that have a child with cerebral palsy. Explain to the people of Trinidad and Tobago that video, please.
Well, yesterday, I thank God of doing human service to people who is in need, and nowadays you hardly have people giving themselves to human service, as you know. And yesterday I was there at her house, and thank God for Mr. Otto Carrington from CNCG who came through me and did the video. So it will be aired tonight on CNC3 of her plight. Her husband died, he was gone down, and that child is a special child at the age of 9. She cannot afford to work because if she worked, she placed him in a home already before. Well, not home, but actually in the care of someone, and he was ill-treated.
Not only watching that, at the end of the day, if she work to pay somebody to care for a child, is she salary. The child has cerebral palsy. I remember under the former government used to give these parents a little stipend or a little salary through the URP so they could stay home and see about these special children. But again, God leave Trinidad and Tobagonians. God leave us. We don't care about each other no more.
I'll tell you something, Andy. This woman went to social welfare, and because in situation like cerebral palsy, this child is speaking based on the information, and you will see tonight on CNC3. She said to the media yesterday that the social welfare is telling her because her child is speaking, she don't need any help. She said it. And I don't understand that.
So her child has cerebral palsy, but this child has cerebral palsy, but she speaks. And the social welfare ministry, I trying to understand what you're saying, because she speaks, can't get nothing for she child.
That's what she said. It's in the publication in tonight, and in CNC3, you will see it tonight. Because the child speaks, it says she don't need public assistance. She don't need assistance for the child, and I mean, it is serious heartache and problems since the husband died, because the husband was the sole breadwinner in the house. She makes pots and so on, but I mean, she cannot leave that child. It's a special child. A special milk this child have to use, and one of those milk costs $32. And this is how it is with that woman. And I was really heartbroken when I saw that woman. Is a woman in my community, and I had no other choice but to go. And you remember, months ago there was another one with osteoporosis and scoliosis, a guy who has 8 CSEC passes and 12 trophies. David Michael Sewell is the same gentleman. Thank God, through me, he got help by airing his story on CNC3. And he today, they are actually rebuilding their house. A lot of people came on board and assisted and so on, and he's getting help in terms of doing his operation and so on. And I give God thanks and praise for that, because I mean, I am there to assist in whichever area there are more to come, so that persons could get assistance. Because a lot of people outside is suffering, and you don't know unless you see it aired or someone tell you about it.
So truth. Go ahead, you talk.
So at the end of it all, I mean, I have no problem assisting people by getting it aired on social media or on CNC3. You know, I want to thank God for people like Mr. Otto Carrington, who has a heart for people, you know, who of course is always glad to air people's stories so that they can get help. You know, Michael Sewell, in one case, a certain businessman said, look, I will give you $17,000 in a half an hour time. And I was glad for that, to know that, listen, these guys can get help. He wants to be a pilot, and the Pilot Association came and visit him to see exactly, you know, what is going on. And a lot of people help. And, you know, it is really glad to see from me, because I mean, I've been doing humanitarian work for more than 30 years. So again, you know, whoever has any issues, and of course, once I know of it, of course, I will do a video, I will air it to see how best I can get help and so on. And through the Facebook page, Miss K, who the cerebral palsy young man who speaks, someone saw it and gave her a load of backfill to fill up a yard and so on, because there was some swampy area and so on. And you know, I'm glad for all the help that everyone can get once their story is aired and so on.
So again, to you the people,
as you said it, a lot of.
But so you the people of Trinidad and Tobago, in any way, my brother Villalva here will assist. So even if you all ain't getting on to him, get on to the Pitbull, I will make sure I put you all to him. You know, because these days we are working very close together, because it's all about humanitarian work. We ain't seeing red, yellow. All we see is red, black, and white. We see human beings. We see people. We see fellow Trinidad and Tobagonians. That's what we see. We ain't seeing no Catholic, Muslim, Hindu, this, that, the other. We see unity. We see all of you. So again, so long as you have any issue to raise, just get on to the ground report. Whether you get on to me, you get on to Lennox Smith, you get on to Mikey, you get on to Villalva. You know, whoever number you have, we could put you on to Villalva. Don't worry all yourself. Right? Any closing comments, my brother? Because we really have to.
I want to.
Go ahead, Lennox Smith. Like you want to talk to Villalva. Go ahead, Lennox Smith. Lennox Smith. Lennox Smith. Oh boy, I knew. You wanted to tell Villalva something, Lennox Smith? Alright, well, I ain't him. But Villalva, give us your closing comments, sir.
I want to thank God for the ground report, and you all for airing stories so that the general public can hear exactly what is taking place, of the hurts and the pains of the citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. But we will talk off here, because we have to talk off here in connection with other matters.
And I want to commend you, of course, for your continued, efforts and to alert the population as well, because of course we are hearing the ministry is playing it down. The minister is saying that it is a typical cyclical issue. It happens every year, and but of course the people must be aware first and foremost, so as to stay away, because it's extremely contagious. Of course, so there was a school in South, and then another in Carenage, and then of course, and then we have one way up in the east. So it means therefore in between there there could be some kind of development taking place. There's a certain pattern developing, and it could engulf
so Lennox Smith, all those schools you now call the various areas of schools, you're saying them feel the same pinch as what Villalba bring out this morning then?
The same
well, then it's not in Grandy alone. No, well, then it's not in Grandy alone, because you call places outside of Grandy. You said South too. South too.
And the geographic spread is of concern, and I'm sure all the medical people will tell you that all those experts in tracking of disease and so on will tell you that is a troubling development, where you have three, in this case, of course, distinct and far strong or far apart geographic space, and that has occurred. So you could imagine what is happening in between, and the connecting communities between and among each one of them. I'm sure the virologists and others who are in this area of research and monitoring and collecting data, I'm sure that they are very, very concerned. But of course, the ministry say no big thing, because it's not a life-threatening thing, but it's extremely contagious.
Right. Well, Trinidad and Tobago, and for all you parents that are locked on, and for you the people that are locked on for the first time, right? Well, it's a fact within various schools in Trinidad and Tobago. It's not in one area. It have the foot-and-mouth disease that are spreading. All right, it's not fatal. It's not a fatal disease. But at the end of the day, I believe that because I and all as a parent were supposed to have an idea, that's going on. Yeah. So just be very cautious. Call your principals, call the school teachers, and wow. Because when it reach home, the child bring it home, children sing it among each other, and then go reach home to you. The breadwinner might end up getting foot and mouth. He can't go to work. What's it if he don't have a permanent work somewhere, and he's had to sell for a living? Remember, with them kind of people, if you're sick, you don't have no money to make. You have to be well to make money. You know that, Lennox Smith? It have people where you can't make money if you're not well.
You're sure right. You have to be healthy, because it's about earning out a living on a daily basis. People are living paycheck to paycheck, literally. And if you don't work, the paycheck will not be available. The way how, of course, things are developing among the private, at least the private sector.
But
how they are exploiting, of course, workers because of the availability of so much excess labor. They can afford, of course, to have a turnover of maybe on a monthly basis of new faces.
Exactly. And in that way you read there, you heard anything for Tobago, because Rowley like to spread diseases. Don't be shocked. It have a spread, and you go tell all schools and parents all going to go to Tobago, and then all of a sudden foot and mouth disease reach Tobago. All related Tobagonian children and them get a foot and mouth disease kind of bacchanal that going on here. And the Ministry of Health and Education just keeping that shh. Don't keep it shh. Because the children, all right, it's not fatal, but the children will go home and will carry it to the breadwinner. The breadwinner. Understand?
Well, they say it's confined to a childhood disease, but that doesn't take away the fact that if it is sufficiently intensive, adults could really capture it. I mean, no one is once you are exposed, one cannot say definitely that an adult would not contract the disease.
Bye. So, Mr. Villalba, sir, thanks so much, right? And we have a lot of work to do, and I continue to look forward in working with you in the future, my brother. The Ground Report, myself, and everyone.
Thank you very much. Do have a blessed day, each and everyone.
Nice, and we have to at least see how we can get some results as soon as possible with the Toko issue, because it's really in going deeper and deeper. It's a ticklish thing, but it's not a ticklish thing that cannot have a resolve, at least for humanitarian purposes.
Thank you very much.
All right, my brother. Let me say happy birthday to Caitlin. Yes. Coming from your mother Shamila Das, your father, your brother Brandon, and the whole household. So Caitlin, may God continue to bless you. May you live to see many, 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 many. Caitlin, in fact, many, many, many more. Oh boy.
And for the benefit, of course, of all parents and the national community, the symptoms of the disease, of course, if you see your child, of course, having fever, painful sores in the mouth, a rash and blisters on hands, feet, and buttocks. Those are the symptoms, those are the signs, and therefore you should take caution one time.
Let me hear the signs again, boy. Let me go and peep.
Fever, painful sores in the mouth, a rash with blisters on hands, feet, and buttocks.
Wow. Tobago, let's go to the lines. Cerebral palsy children is people too. And we all know, being honest ourselves, that if a parent have a cerebral palsy child, it is very, very hard for a parent to be able to hold on a job, because a child with that status needs a lot of attention and care, whether they could talk or not. Let's go to the lines. What's on your front burners, Trinidad and Tobago? Right, this morning caller. Let's make it short and sweet, as we invite everyone to bring your issue to the front burner right in the Gong Report.
Morning, gentlemen. Just wanted to touch on this foot and mouth disease and one more after, right? I believe, remember, schools were closed for over 2 years, right? So I believe it's the tank water in the schools. If it's only the schools getting it, well, that means to my thinking, I would see the tanks, boy. The tanks, and I should check and see if it contaminated or not. Remember, water was settled for over 2 years when they closed the schools with the lockdowns, right? And if you see the schools getting it, well, that's my first one I'll go to. The second one is that the one with the DPP, right? The Chief Justice is the head of the judiciary, etc., and the DPP has been saying all the time that you're happening. There are issues, there are challenges, and the Chief Justice, who is the head administrator for the judiciary, whatever, should have picked up on it and said a fun thing on AAG, make it happen for the man. You understand what I'm getting at? So you got to take some knocks with it too. Right? Well, thanks a lot for that.
Thanks very much. And for all the new callers again, and all the people that are shy but will want their voice to be heard, not as their voice but the message you're sending, please send a WhatsApp voice note. If you don't want to call the numbers live, the direct numbers, I'm going to play WhatsApp messages in a little bit. If this confuse thousands, hundreds of people, boy. So let's send all the WhatsApp voice notes this morning there. So when I'm playing WhatsApp, and I rather that, you know why? The WhatsApp voice notes, when people making the contributions via the WhatsApp voice notes, it's short, sweet, impact, it flows, and we get a variety of people. Right, to you the regulars, you get in, you make a contribution, think about what is the contributions you want to make it, and give opportunity to the new people. We need to build new blood. We need to get more people involved. We need other people to hear other voices and their plight. Each one teach one. Okay, so the lines are open. Regulars, everybody, all can make your call, but when you do make your one call, you get through, leave room for the rest. Morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Hi, I'm calling from the Gomatin. Andy, PH boy, how are you all going?
Hey, all right, man, PH, you go ahead, my brother.
Lennox Smith, good morning. My good friend Mikey K, I want to tell everybody good morning. Now, my front burner is how come the health system did not detect this thing from so long, this foot and mouth disease. You see, so I believe that Terence Dialsing is a failure. Since from COVID, he is a failure, and we have not seen a proper health system in Trinidad and Tobago in many, many years since the reign of Mrs. Bissessa, when the health system was under Fuad Khan and we were seeing some improvements. All of a sudden, it has fallen to the wayside. My next front burner is, are we monitoring the Minister of Finance, Mr. Imbert? You realize he's very quiet, and he has already finished his construction on Picton Street, and that has gone silent. What also has gone silent is the plight of the 4 divers who were sucked into that pipe. You know, they have just thrown that in the back burner. They gave us a, they gave us a, what should I say, a play of the month with this whole, with this whole, oh gosh, thing that they had there. Oh God, the name slipping me right now. This commission of inquiry into the divers, and they have not said anything as yet, and the government is not even saying anything to say, well, we're really sorry for what happened. Are things in place for something like this not to happen again? You know, and there are so many things going on. This government is out of control. They are doing nothing to help the people of Trinidad and Tobago. We still have to deal with high food prices. We still have to deal with potholes in our roads. We still have to deal with a high crime rate. What is going on? We have jokers at the top, and we have to do something in order for them to be removed and let Trinidad and Tobago go forward as it should be. Gentlemen, I am listening, and I will call in again. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, PH. Oh boy, glad to hear you, man. Oh boy, Leon Charles on Facebook is saying his front EBC is my front burner, so he's saying EBC is his front burner. And he also, his front burner is if observers are not here for the general elections, then all the issues that we are speaking we lost. Alright, Marvin Lawrence is saying Terran knows the plan. Kill the poor and make room for the rich. Wow. It's good that you all up there, or you on Real Media TT on Facebook. You fellas and ladies and gentlemen on Real Media TT on YouTube too. It's good that you all are at least writing what's your front burners, but also looking forward to WhatsApp voice notes to 366-3053. So all new callers and to all of you who are not new but then wanted your voice to be heard. Maybe you feel that you maybe not be able to make a contribution as how Santa Cruz will, or Guru will, or Mr. Tunapuna will, or Mr. Rima will, or Researcher will. And Roy, I and all was in all this situation. I was a shy boy, shy boy, but PNM this take away shyness from anything, Yeah, boy, oh God. There ain't so much of people talking out. The PNM take away their shyness. Plenty of the people who call them making a contribution used to be shy, But the PNM take away the name shy from people. First things hard. Oh God, boy, things bad. When it that hard, when it that bad, shy must get through the door, boy. So let's send only WhatsApp voice notes, please. Send only WhatsApp voice notes. A pleasant good morning to you. We're calling from WhatsApp.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Mikey and Cup. Everybody, good morning. Andy, the children in this country has been suffering for the past 8 years. Under Mrs. Bissessa, all those children you see that people calling and crying out for help, would have never have to do that. She had every child everybody in this country knows that she always had a good heart. She's a mother, right? I want to know, Terrence Diaz Singh, I have not been hearing him for months. Is it that he died from COVID? Is it that he has foot and mouth disease that we're not hearing him? Nobody cares about the children in this country. They don't care about the people. 8 years of suffering. If they don't make a change now, well, I'm sorry for them. Thank you, Andy. Have a blessed day.
Thank you very much, Miss Redbrook. Oh boy. Come on, next caller. Caller going to WhatsApp voice notes just now. Morning caller, we're calling from. What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Good morning, Andy. Well, I want to congratulate Brother Villalba for that step he taken to help poor people. You see the suffering going on in this country, Andy? And there is no result, nothing for poor people in this country. Andy, PNM has taken away the happiness of people in this country. You could see, because you don't see people smiling at all, nothing. You know, and they're supposed to be the happiest people in the world. That has gone under this PNM.
That's true. Everybody grimy, everybody unhappy, everybody hopeless. On the edge. Wait.
They will watch one another hard. People want to kill you. This is how it is. The all the comedy shows we used to have and all of that, where people used to go and relax and enjoy and laugh, and all of them things there, including the carnival, the calypso, everything they kill. They take away the happiness of the people in this country. Andy, I want to say something. You know, we looking at this thing very ordinary. Could you imagine that this government went and signed an agreement with the Venezuelan Bolivarian company, oil company and whatever, and have a clause of secrecy, Andy? They signing away this country. We don't know what's Chotong and all this signing away. And you know who they sign it up with? PDVSA. And let me tell you something, Andy. Just about 2 weeks ago, I was reading in the papers, a high official from PDVSA, who was accused of fraud and corruption and taking bribe and whatnot. You know what he did, Andy? In a hotel room in America, he killed himself and he killed his son, a 3-year-old child. He committed suicide and he killed his child first and then shot himself because he was accused and was alleged that he was involved in fraud and taking bribes and what have you, Andy. This is what this government is doing to this country. Signing away. We don't know if to sign away the future of the country. And we must close the secrecy when the future of our country at stake, especially in the energy sector. And the most important, what is hurting me, brother, people voting the PNM government based on what they say they're going to do for this country and whatnot and whatnot. And they look what is frightening. Penelope Beckles has now hired consultants or sent out thing for consultants to come and assist in planning development ministry. Rohan Sinanan has now sent out thing for consultants to come and assist in road repairs and road restoration and road design and all this kind of thing. So much things that are happening. All these people are sending out things for you know, consultants and whatever. There is another one, it slipped me. Oh God. Yeah, the Physician Lines. They're sending out for consultants, for advisors to assist them in human trafficking and whatnot. What the hell? All you can't come up with a plan and initiative of all your own. All you getting a salary paid by taxpayers. All you had all the issues that all you could have deal with when all you was campaigning for election. All you receiving a salary and all you can't do the blasted job. But all you had to take taxpayers' money apart from what all you thieving for all yourself. And now had to pay foreign consultants to advise all you on how to come up with policies to run the government and the different ministries. What happened? All you don't have the initiative, all you don't have no brains. So what the hell we have all there? What, robots? Just sitting down receiving a salary, and now we have to pay consultants for all the different ministries to come and advise all you how to run all your ministry. This is madness, Andy. This is wastage of taxpayers' money. It comes just like the Attorney General. When there matters that raised before you know what he have to do? He have to hire consultants and get advice from other legal minds how to deal with certain situations. All this is a duplication, and it is money just being wasted. They don't have a clue what the hell they're doing. and what to do. But they're going to use this as the excuse. We're getting technical advice and whatnot under the disguise and the pretext that, you know, we will sort of rectify the situation and whatnot. And this situation is getting more. And let me tell you something finally, Andy. I heard on the news last night, Mr. Lynch, the commissioner in the Paria thing, he was on TV last night and he said that they're going to submit the report by the end of April. They run into a little jam, he say, and by the end of April they're going to submit that. But what is even frightening, the commissioner of police earlier, I just called she earlier because she got a job earlier than she expected. She said last night that evil is stalking this land. And they share lie because for the last 8 years, watch out what has happened to this country. Under Keith Christopher Rowley, the PNM government, and all the line ministers, including this donkey, they are saying, because here what, you see, EDC, it was from the Nurses Association, was on TV and talking about nurses living in droves, and he's lying and denying it. Therefore, this foot and mouth disease and all these things going to come about, we health situation in crisis, it overloaded, we cannot cope with it, Andy. We cannot. And let me tell you something, unless people come out serious, I'm telling all you feel like just saying this for fun. It had to have violence, and the only solution is armed revolution. This is this word of Malcolm X.
Thank you.
Not the one who does call. You understand? Because somebody tell you something to only bring about a change. Look what's happening in Israel. Look what's happening in France. Look what's happening in England. All this is widespread protestation and of government policies. And you know what I saw on the news last night while they protesting in Israel? The government passing a bill to remove the power from the judiciary that could convict government of elected officials. So imagine that you telling me that. And this is what we're doing. They are actually removing certain things that make the elected official, government official, accountable for the nonsense that they're doing, just like with the human smuggling and all them kind of things that Rowley and breaks in for all these people. So you see in the form of dictatorship that is taking place, and then his alignment with Maduro, and now we having a secrecy clause in an agreement that we signed. We as taxpayers, we have to know what you sign in this country if you're signing away, because you cannot short young and these fellas and them. Sinan and all of them is a bunch of liars. A bunch of liars, and all they're doing is keep borrowing money to do this for WASA, borrowing money to do this for TSTT, borrowing money, and this is what they're going on with Andy.
And they're doing nothing.
And we see nothing happening. And how we going to pay back that?
But we have
how we going to pay back that? You understand? And then they're talking about shortage of foreign exchange, and people cannot get enrolled. You listen to him, but and all this for another. And then finally, let me wrap up here, brother. Look at EMBD. And this next one again, oh God, this one will do the cleaning up of the place and thing, no man. They have not submitted from financial accounts since 2016. Andy? Could you imagine? This is the responsibility of the Ministry of Finance. I am saying that I believe in but them interfering with their money. Interfering with this money that they cannot give account. And they cannot prepare audited accounts for these things. 2 EMBD and the other one, man, but these people are cleaning up the place and thing, oh God help me, Andy.
EMBD, but you're trying to, I know EMBD, but I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, and the other one where these people are never solid base, not solid base. Look, a next massive solid base taking place, but this one where these people are them, oh God, they have these gangs and them and these people cleaning up the place and they have not submitted the audited account for 2016 and then from the...
Who that, CPEP?
CPEP. So how the hell are you going to tell me, but that is your responsibility, but I hear what feeling, all your thieving the money, that these people can't produce things that financial accounts and whatnot. But you see, those who are in charge of these institutions, they also be locked up. Just like this next one, Monilal Lalchan from the procurement regulator. That's why I tell you, don't get tired with these people, you know, Andy.
Thank you. We had to take our next call.
Yes, Andy, good brother.
All right. Oh boy, send your WhatsApp voice notes. I'm gonna peep to make sure you all send out your WhatsApp voice note to all the new callers. If you're brave and you want your voice to be heard, you want to get your message out, because we can't stay hiding and expect to win a battle. I'm gonna give all the new people your phone numbers, and the people who not new but never take the number because they never intend to call but just listen, give us opportunity to hear your voice now and again, man. There's no other victimization you all can get in here. We are already being victimized. Food prices up, gas prices up, no work, no hope. We go by the we driving the car, bam, pothole, we have to buy tire. School system in a mess, agriculture in a mess, healthcare system in a mess, national security and our safety is in a mess. There's nothing to fret for again. This remind me of one individual in Toko when I went there on the beach. Want to talk, but don't want the face to be shown. And I had to ask them, I say, I understand the PNM government victimized people and their families in extension, but you already are victimized, so it have nothing to fret for. Meaning, you on the beach, all you really don't have no current. That is the victimization that I said for y'all. So there's nothing to be afraid about. And I just give somebody that example. And I'm turning around today to give you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, the same example. Be brave. Send your voice notes. Stand your grounds. Push back. Let us all be the change that we want.
And after listening to that foolishness, the people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid. I represent 29,000 electors in Devon Martin West. I don't know one of them.
Morality in public affairs.
Once you are in the political arena, you are available to be questioned by every citizen of Trinidad and Tobago because you are managing their affairs.
Still here on this earth because I have a job to do, and I believe part of my job is to bring you the people, for all of us to have one understanding that we are all one, and what you feeling, your neighbor feeling, and if you think it's just you and your neighbor feeling, you can take a drive to the furthest part of Trinidad and Tobago, and the people and them go tell you them and all feeling it too. So yes, I can understand some people come with the excuse of victimization by the PNM government, yes, because that is how vindictive, that is how wicked the PNM is. I was a PNM, I'm telling all you. But the learning lesson in all of this, or the lesson to be learned in all of this Trinidad and Tobago and in this message is that you, yes, you in your maxis, in your taxis, in your PH vehicles, you in your offices, you that are looking to us online on Facebook, YouTube, you that are listening to us right at home or on your tablet or anyway, you are already being victimized. There is nothing to lose. So I'm going to give each and every one of you the numbers. I'll feel proud when I'm hearing new callers, when I'm hearing new voices, because that is an indication that we are getting somewhere, and that more people jumping on board for one Trinidad and Tobago, with a better Trinidad and Tobago. Because we all have to live here. So let me give the numbers. Get it in your belly, man. Send a WhatsApp voice note if it is you can't, if it feel nah you ain't ready yet, but send the voice note because you can listen to it, and if you hear it and you find nah I find like I ain't, you just wipe out that and you send the next one again. You understand? So the numbers to call: WhatsApp voice notes, send it to 366-3053, and you all could always also call WhatsApp, but not when I do any WhatsApp voice notes. So for those who don't have money, when I taking calls, you will be part of the calls as everybody else. So the WhatsApp voice notes number 366-3053, or the WhatsApp number 366-3053. Okay? And the landline callers, the other numbers are 239-5120, 239-5120. Again, let me repeat that number: 239-5120. The next number to call, three lines: 229-0251, 229-0251. Again, let me repeat it again: 229-0251. Wanna save it? I know I'm doing this, and why I want to do this, and why I've been doing this week. When I hear new callers or people who just listen and don't call but call and decide they're letting their voices be heard, oh God boy, always give me more hope. Oh God boy, always give me more will. Always give me more fight. Always give me more courage. Because it means coming out here every day means that we are getting somewhere. If I hear the same voices over and over, that's sending a message to the people out there and all. Oh God, like the people ain't hearing that we ain't want nothing, and you know, I will never abandon our regulars. The foundation. A house is built on a strong foundation, and which that's the Ground Report House. The foundation of the regulars and the people of Trinidad and Tobago is why we're still here today. So if you call already to all regulars, give opportunity. We want to hear everybody. It will encourage you all too. It will build your all morale too. And then you will learn from other people who are staying quiet and decide, well, hey, look the Ground Report say it's time to talk. So let's talk. Good morning, caller. We're calling from. Let's try to make it short and sweet. We want to take as much calls as possible. A pleasant good morning to you. We're calling from.
Hello, good morning. This is Arima.
Go ahead, Arima.
First time caller.
Very good.
I have an issue this morning. My grandson came home from school yesterday. That is like about a little after 5 o'clock. He had an accident because he ran and he get in contact with a glass table. Got a serious cut on his foot. They took him to the hospital. They have a little baby at home because his father was at work. They took him to the hospital to Mount Hope. That was before 6 o'clock. You know what time he was attended to? 1 o'clock this morning. A child? A child? This morning. With this little baby in the car, so a lot of little ones, they had nothing to eat, nothing to drink. Because from school, they went home, and from home, straight back to the hospital. Right? If a government doesn't care about the children and the elderly, waste our time with them. Because all the senior doctors in the hospital, they are connected to a private institution. And if they don't understand that, I don't know what else they're going to understand. Thank you. Have a great day.
Well, thank you very much, first time caller. And that's what we want. That's what we want. And we want a lot of it. Let's go to the lines. Morning caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the
Good morning, Andy. I'm calling from Rio Claro.
Go ahead, Rio Claro. Again of a new voice. Go ahead.
Good morning. Andy, that caller who just called is right. I have had that experience as well with my daughter. And we leave Rio Claro to go Mount Hope, right? We reached here 4 o'clock in the evening, and my child was attended to 12 o'clock in the night.
Oh my God.
So I reach home here next morning 4 o'clock. And then next day I have to go back again. You see the inconvenience people just have to face on a daily basis. So yes, you're right. What the healthcare system and the government is complaining, we have a good healthcare system in this country. And that was my comment. Great show, great program, and I always listen.
And thank you very much for getting the belly to make that call. And we want many other people to do it. Thanks so much. We voices must be heard. Morning caller, where calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Yeah, Andy Moruga, the bellman.
Go ahead, try to make it short and sweet. We want as much people as possible.
I don't want to call you, but sometimes if I have things that's griping inside of you, that's hard to come out sometimes, you can't keep on. But I understand the mechanics of the politics. When I hear that police have to go into school and use pepper spray to keep down the school and the train and them and I never believe I would have lived to see these things. When the commissioner of police just come here for a few days and she asked him to go and keep it at Thanksgiving. Everything because the country frustrated. You understand? So sometimes I didn't want to call, but I had these things griping me inside, so I just had to come and loosen it out now. You understand? You come there and you just say something the other day and come back and laugh and you tell him on the news that you asking God to come into this and to come into that. And you say go there, help those and help themselves. You start the job yet? But you send a message to the criminal that we can't make it, so the criminal will come forward. And the Lord have blessed you. Thank you for releasing this mental diarrhea that these people giving me here. Thank you.
And are you hearing me?
Loud and clear. I want to just rush out the lines quick.
So like at certain point in time, the system simply shut down. No longer asking or calling you whether you hear me.
No, we hear you now.
Go ahead.
Morning caller.
Go ahead. I don't want to lose the trend.
Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning. What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Morning. So now,
good morning.
I wonder if you hear the calypso, we like it so. Eh? When we had it, we didn't want it. We voted out. That is why it says we like it so. So why worry? Be happy. Or you suffer.
Thank you very much. Morning caller. We're calling from what's your contribution on the Gong Report?
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning to you. And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from El Chicoro, Mr. Pitbull.
Nice. First, I hear your voice for the first time. You go ahead.
First time caller.
Very good. Make your contribution. Let's Trinidad and Tobago here. Let's talk, man.
What happened is that I recently took my mother-in-law to the hospital. The hospital do have no machine to do certain tests. They don't even have, they're sending you outside to do blood tests. So I very displeased what these two women said, because the doctors don't have the equipment to work with in the hospital, so they cannot perform.
Wow. So how will you be able to get? So you have to find money to spend to get those same things that you know tell us about.
Exactly.
Wow.
Look, I have all the bells. I can bring the bells and show you. You understand? So what these women, I could understand the pain that these women going through, but they don't expect the doctors and them to function in this manner. They don't have equipment and things to work with. I have to wait 3 and 4 months, sometimes a whole 6 months to do heart tests, to do an ultrasound. Look, I have to recently carry one of my good friends to do the ultrasound on the outside. You understand? So these people need to get real. They need to understand on the east-west corridor. They need to understand that this government is not doing anything at all. They're only putting up a front. And everything is a laugh and grill for them, but the country is going down. And they're not realizing that the children can't get work. They're destroying the future, the younger generation coming up. So when these people are going to get sense in their head, I don't understand that. You understand, everything is a laugh and grin for them. When Rowley stand up in the pulpit and talking,
they're laughing and grinning, but they're not realizing that the children's future is going down the drain. They need to understand that you can't even buy food in the grocery. It's so expensive. Every day goes something going up. Every time the school asking for money from the parent. The parent not working. What does government expect on the homes of these parents and them? Every time these children go to school, the teachers and the principal asking them for money. And if the parents not working, where they getting money to give the school? They're creating problems in the home. Violence in the home. Husband and wife cannot live properly in the home because of why? Because of government. When husband working and he getting a small salary and he have to come home to buy little goods and things, how they expect to pay money now in the school because they don't have toilet paper, they don't have the detergent, they can't even pay light bill? How they expect the school to function? Half of these schools in the East-West corridor not functioning properly, and the principal and them fully well know that and they're hiding it. They're not getting money from government to run the school. People have to get real. Thank you, Pitbull.
Thank you very much again, first time caller. Let's go to the lines. I like this.
Yeah,
Let's go to the lines.
wonderful revelation of what we have been knowledgeable about, and it is important that independent people, of course, confirm, just in case the government continue with its, of course, propaganda machinery to the contrary. We have seen that, but Bial Singh and others don't want to face the reality of Trinidad and Tobago today, caused by them. Good morning.
Morning. Andy?
Good morning.
Andy, morning, love. Andy, I call from St. Joseph. Andy, I send a message for you on your phone, 366.
Give me the number that you used to send it.
360-2200.
360-2200. All right.
Yeah. That thing I sent for you, what I told you about the American government thing now.
Right, 2200, 260.
Yeah, Andy. Right?
Yeah.
Right, thank you.
Nice. Next caller. Let's go to the lines. Everybody have opportunity. Let's talk. Oh boy. Morning caller, where calling from? What's your... Nice. Next caller. Morning caller, what's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Good morning, Andy. Lux, Mikey, Cuff, Trinidad and Tobago. Uncle Lennox.
Hey.
The gas price, natural gas price drop. Oil price drop. The price at the pump, it dropped. I can't really say when last I went and pulled the gas or diesel, if the price dropped back. NGC, the train one mischief they make on the books at NGC books as losses, and shut down the people the dividend for nearly 4 years with a high gas price, and they rob the shareholders and them with the stock, and the thief of the money because they thief it out through contracts and procurement through the shoddy procurement legislation to give contracts to the friend, right? And they pay the people in NGC. So where is the money is? And I would like to find out what is the debt to GDP and what is the borrowing now to GDP, because the oil price dropped and the revenue what it was getting free-handed, and the thief and said it had no money, right? Now it come back to haunt them. I want what are we talking about? Medicine hospital. If the only thing you get it free in the hospital is to see a doctor. So all the tests, all that one pay and do it, because why? The housing and them signing contract no one only thinking of what other big contract they could get for themselves. They care about the people. And if everybody ready, nobody is ready, because they have water the day to change the clothes to be ready. And every day we are taught, and when is enough? Right? Anderson, good morning, and I wish you a speedy recovery. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. So again, let me give the numbers to all new callers. Yes, irregulars, you'll still call, give your contribution. When you give a contribution, leave room for the rest to give their contribution. Morning caller, we're calling from.
I need information on hand foot disease, but go ahead, caller.
Calling from Marina.
Arima.
Go ahead, Arima.
I want all them parents to give the children water to go to school with. Them water in them tanks is 2 years still. You understand, saying? Water the check on that, and the icing the check on that. Them tanks and them have still water for 2 years. Them cannot get them out and think, if we they put in him out. Where's the disease now? Thank you.
Morning caller, we're calling from. What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning? And don't forget, you all send your voice notes. Send your WhatsApp voice note 366-3053 366-3053. We'll be playing voice notes in a little bit. Go ahead, caller.
Right, man from Mamaral. Morning, everybody.
Mamaral number 2.
Let me tell you this one.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me tell you this quick, right? Now, pertaining to the crisis that is happening in banks worldwide, basically, I'm not hearing people speak about that, right? I'm not hearing people speak about that. They have a saying, when your neighbor house on fire, you have to wet yours, right? People are doing like if that's not coming here. People wishing that we go to crypto, not understanding that they're going to use that to enslave us. They're going to use that to penalize us, right? That one. Number 2, school fights, right? When I watch these up to this morning, I get a video with school fights, mostly girls. What is going on in this place? Is the Jaguar have these children and them going crazy? I seen children standing up on top of tables and chairs and cheering on fights in a classroom, and nobody can break it up. You understand what I'm saying? The police is everywhere except where crime is. They want to send people down in town to carnival, but murder is still going on. No, what they need to set up police posts all about. That is what they need to do. The next thing, nurses leaving the country. The nurses, Rowley, or they're not paying the nurses and them, they're leaving. We're getting a brain drain every July, August, they're leaving this place. They're going and they will reap the rewards in the next country, right? The last thing I have to say, I asked all your question the other day, all you never get back to me, pertaining to if it's really true that Imber sending money from here to fund war concerning Ukraine, right? That is a serious thing, right? I want all you to look in that to me, please.
All right, we will. Thanks very much. Next caller, morning caller, we're calling from. What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Good morning.
You're calling.
Answer the last caller question about some people just get panic with hyperinflation. All countries is experiencing it. Brazil, Jamaica, Guyana. There's $1,000 for bread. So basically, this is what's going to happen. You're going to go in the bank one day in Trinidad. You're going to have $1,000, and the government is going to say it's no longer 1,000, it's 100. And then you go tomorrow, the following day, and they say, no, it's not. They're going to adjust it again and say $100 is no longer $100, it's $10. It's going to be scary, but the good thing is we have people in the country who already experience this, which is Venezuela. You know that when they get paid today, you need to spend all the money today because tomorrow it won't worth anything. It'll be scary. You have a lot of suicides and this kind of craziness, but being a resilient people and depending who in government, we should be able to adapt it. And concerning cryptocurrency, people don't need to panic about cryptocurrency. Governments do not like digital money. The government cannot steal money when it's digital because it can be traced. It can steal cash, it can steal through projects, it can steal through all these other things, but once the country becomes digital, it's almost impossible because you'll be able to trace whoever received the money, whoever get a kickback. So that's not going to happen in Trinidad. You're going to have a little adaptation, but it will always be a cash-based society. So people stop panicking about that.
Thank you very much. Next caller, morning caller, we're calling from. What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Morning, Andy. Morning here. Yeah, calling from New York here. Boy, I just kind of really, how should I say it? To understand what's going on in the island, with especially, with all the murders and things about the rare side. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to beat this until the drum skin break. I want to know what happening to the investigation. I heard this morning Mr. Lynch say that the report will come out at the end of April. I'm really, really, really excited, and I really want to know what's happening. What is the end result of that report? I hope it don't get washed under like the Daryl Smith case, where you know there was a commission of inquiry into it, and then every commission of inquiry done by the PNM that be swept under the rug. Every one of them. Every one of them. And to the gentleman from Grandy who was talking about the lady and especially the child who is sick and thing in the car all the, it just goes to show you there is no health system in the Trinidad and Tobago. It is broken down. And this man they called Terence Delilah Singh, he was my classmate in Curb Presbyterian School, and let me tell you something. He really know he left foot from his right foot, you know. This is serious, you know. When we ask my colleagues and them, you know what I'm talking about. When we playing football in the back of Curb Presbyterian School there, now when we play football in the back of the school there, again I break up. When they kick out football by he go stop the ball and he don't know which foot to kick the ball with. If he left foot or the right foot. So the time he stop the ball, the opposition team don't snatch away the ball from me. That is Terence Delilah Singh, and I would love to meet him and debate him why it is you don't finish that new school in Curb Presbyterian School. Mr. Delilah Singh, you went to Curb Presbyterian School. You know where the school is. You will have a past student of that school. Even your family went to that school and you wouldn't finish that school. Shame on you. Dog lick on you, brother.
Morning caller, we're calling from. What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning? Go ahead, caller.
I'm feeling sorry for the COP now. 3 months ago, fixing this kind of thing, right? She come out to shop, she had a yesterday. She won divine intervention, a goal. I didn't go to like me or what. But she reminded me of Martin Joseph because she did 3 months. Martin said we had decrease in the increase at time. She gave an increase in the decrease at time.
Morning caller, we're calling from. What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Morning, Andy. I want to talk about that guy who talk about digital money. That where the government will be going, the CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency, where this money will be programmable. Government will have total autonomy, total control of that money. So I don't know what he's talking about. Don't be fearful of that. The Nigerians and them try it, and it was mayhem in Nigeria. Let them listen to go check it out. The next thing is, foot and mouth disease thing that they're talking about. These all diseases is generated from vaccines. All you have to get at in all it takes skull. It has nothing to do with no water 2 years pack up there. It could, yes, but not that level of disease. Everything is via vaccine. People need to get it. It's the same thing with the jab. And the thing about it is because the jab is a bioweapon, little children who would have taken vaccines and it just started to be active yet, they take that and that bioweapon latch onto them. It's obvious they go excited and throw it out. Because the kidney and the liver can't process it, so they go throw it out on the skin. People not being educated at all. They're only being scammed. Thank you, Andy.
Wow. Next caller. Oh boy, let me take some WhatsApp calls after this call. So listen, you all WhatsApp. Let me take some WhatsApp for voice notes.
Send your WhatsApp, people.
Yes. Morning caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution in the Gong Report this morning? Go ahead, caller. Go. All right. Go ahead, caller.
Morning.
Yes, good morning.
Caller here.
All right, and
from Central.
From Central. Go ahead. What's your contribution?
Yes. I just want to let the country know and everybody know already. All these politicians and them, these doctors, lawyers, and they have the whole alphabet behind the name. And the health system is the worst, the justice system is the worst, and they're moving everything to suit them. You understand? So it's their discipline. So they have to fix it for months up. Because they're fixing everything and they're moving, they're thing. You understand? I'll be fed up on that. Thank you.
Thank you, first time caller. Oh boy, oh boy. Mikey K. Oh, let me just run this one more. Go let me just run this one more caller. Morning caller. Go ahead, caller.
Morning. I would like to know if Trinidad and Tobago care about this stick anymore.
All right.
Because I can't believe that I went to a health center 7 in the morning and come out after 4 in the evening. When I went back the next time, they told me that all the car find my file. So they put me up for a whole year.
Oh Lord.
What is really going on in the health system in this country? And next thing I would like to know,
in a health center,
And next thing I would like to know is what kind of tea man is drinking, because I would like to drink the same tea man is drinking, but just it has to be different. So I want to know, I make a mistake, Rowley. I would like to know what kind of tea Rowley drinking, because the kind of tea Rowley drinking is called mad tea, because he is having the whole country in madness. He cannot be doing that stupidness and people tolerating that. So please, help us to remove that man from there, please.
Thank you very much. Oh boy, very nice caller. Let me just clear it quick. Next caller, quick. Oh boy, we need a lot of new callers. Go ahead, caller.
Come in, man.
Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Hey, man, it's alleged that the PM brought COVID, he got lies from them Indian and them in the party.
Oh boy. Let's go to the lines. Next caller, quick. Oh boy, morning. Ah boy. Hey, before I play those voice notes, Mikey, a pleasant good morning to you, my brother.
A pleasant good morning to you, my brother Andy Pitbull Williams. Morning to you, Lennox Smith, and of course, Technical Director Cuff, and to all our avid listeners. Sister Al Tobago, blessed morning. CARICOM region, blessed morning indeed. The last caller, some callers spoke about the hospital, and there's been a lot of complaints, Andy. People are not happy at all.
Real complaints.
No, he talked about a health center.
And a hospital.
A health center. All right. Okay. So.
I mean, and that's makes it even much more despicable.
Yeah. But I can't see why. I don't agree with that this morning. I can't agree with that this morning. You see, reality is a hell of a thing. You know, intelligence rules the world, but ignorance carries the burden. And this is the burden that we, the people, seem to be carrying for the last 7+ years. I don't know if it is that people don't understand, but for some reason, the words, it's not the words that kills you, you know, it's the confirmation. There are people who are walking around believing they're sick. It's only until it's confirmed they start to feel symptoms. So it might be a sort of psychological thing. But the symptoms have always been there. So much so that Dr. Rowley mounted a platform for his own party celebrating the 67th anniversary of the People's National Movement. And he said some things. Even his supporters and members, there was a deafening silence. I don't want you for 1 minute to believe it is going to be plain sailing in Trinidad and Tobago. There are difficult times ahead, and we have to prepare to deal with those difficult times. And it is not everything that we are accustomed to that we can claim as an entitlement because circumstances change. You're not entitled to any good service at the health center. You're not entitled to a bed or to be warded in the hospital. You're not entitled to tap-borne water. You're not entitled to good infrastructure. You're not entitled to delivery of goods and services. You're not entitled to go out there and start a business to try to ignite the economy and feel it's going to be plain sailing. The Prime Minister said citizens, which is you, me, all of us, have to be able to manage the change and survive within the changing environment. The environment around you is changing. This is not 2010 to 2015 when you were able to walk out the road and communities were connecting because you had access roads, places that were out of reach for years. This is not 2010 to 2015 blue barrels removed from the side of the road. This is not 2010, 2015 when it wasn't about selective people, because when Kamla Prasad, that Bissasa came in, they had 14 people, 14 contractors with Pure, and after that it went up to 80 something and 90 something because the average man could go and tender for a package. These are changing times. Forget about the good times. Forget about what you believe you're entitled to and what you deserve as a citizen, a tax-paying, law-abiding citizen. Forget about that. You have to be able to manage the change and survive within the changing environment. Don't expect nothing. You don't deserve nothing. You're not entitled to nothing. And every day we will talk about it. Why? Because we are so afraid about the reality. Let me tell you something. I will always take reality over everything else. I prefer raw reality than false hope. And some of you still holding on and you're complaining. The UNC ain't doing nothing. The UNC ain't doing nothing. This UNC in the history of politics and in the history of the party has never ever had so many media briefings. Basically on a daily basis something is going on. They are reaching out to each and every one. It's time for you to start reaching back in order to save this country. Things are happening. Get on board. We need to unite. We need each and every individual to understand that, because we will continue to be complaining about the change that we cannot manage and the fact that we cannot survive within rowdy, taxing, thieving, lying government, changing environment. We cannot manage this environment.
So true. Mikey.
And I need that's basically it, at the end of the day, we have nothing to get. The Young went to sign some non-disclosure agreement with PDVSA in Venice. Here we go again with these NDAs. Here we go again. No accountability, no transparency in operating in the interest of the people, none whatsoever. A deal that didn't even make sense from day one. Now it's tied up in an NDA. Well, what you have that what deal that you have that you need to tie it up when in fact everybody could see. Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder know quite well that thing can't get off the ground. Now you tie it up in a whole secret behind door deal. I mean, how does this make sense?
God alone knows how it really making sense, because somehow it has some people
it makes sense to me. Signs and moments of another failure.
We're getting some disturbance on the radio, folks. So I don't know what's going on with that, but for those of you, we are still on.
Yeah.
But we are getting some disturbance. Go ahead, Lennox.
And just saying that it makes sense to me, having studied their pattern of behavior, signs and indication that is another failed project. Non-disclosure. The Americans will accept that. Nobody with a modicum of common sense will, of course, draw the conclusion, except that is another failure on the part of this administration.
Yes, of course. Of course. There's no way this makes sense. This thing didn't make sense from day one. Now you tie it up in a deal again. Here we go. How many things have we tied up in these NDAs? How many things?
Non-disclosure agreement.
And then we the citizens have no idea. We don't have a clue. We don't know what it is we're getting or what it is that we're giving up. We don't know, because you're tying it up in all these secret deals. But we must manage the change. So whatever it is that you are getting right now, when you go and try to do any transaction, understand it is a changing environment. And the Prime Minister is not telling you what the plan is to get us from A to B. He's not telling us what is the agenda, what is the theme of moving forward and how we're going to get there. It's just, listen, you buckle down, and if you survive, you survive. Who live, live. Who dead, dead. But this is the changing environment, and it's on you to manage this situation, not the government.
Yeah, but it's them about the money.
Disordered haste. That's what this is all about. Unplanned, total ineptitude, and of course, a group of individuals that originally, from the start, extremely incompetent and impotent.
So true. Andy, what we have there?
The lines are open, Trinidad Tobago. The lines are open. The numbers to call: 229-0251, 229-0251, or 239-5120, 239-5120. Or give us a WhatsApp call at 366-3053, 366-3053. The lines are open, Trinidad and Tobago. Morning caller, we're calling from. What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Morning, sir. Mr. Andy. Yeah, back for here. The problem is solved here, but I'm trying to work on something. Now, I want to know where these union leaders are. Rosie and your assembly are. The money they get, they still spending it and enjoying their life. This is time for them to come out and say something. Do something about the country. They not only when they have problems, but they go into a decision done now. Where they study now. And I want this Minister of Works to take a ride on back, but have most of the people have a place the country and that here in back. They fixed it recently, half sink and the other half. If they get punched, they don't have to take a no jack because the wheel will spin right. Sorry for the people in back home, PH taxi bus drivers, maxi drivers. To see how they going by the mechanic regular, but you say, boy, look, long time a short end for like about 35 120, and they still in trouble. Look, our neighbor now tell me, you walk on the road to buy 2 doubles for each other, you don't have flour. I sorry for the man. I said, by coming road, just make first year, you let $20. They do something about this place, man. Back in a mess. Eh? We have secondary school here. We have gas station, and it's a very busy place. All people come from Rochard Road, Rochard Douglas Road, all about this Barco. They have to pass. We have a police station here. Something could be done about Barco. All gentlemen, have a blessed day.
I understand that, but Barco, at the same time too, how are you feeling sorry for the man? Because what, 2 doubles? Are you feeling sorry for the man? Why are you giving people false hope? What are you feeling sorry for the man for? Why are you sympathetic so the man could feed off of your pity? You have to be realistic with these people. That's all you're going to get, those 2 doubles. Listen, hey, you have to manage. You have to survive. This is the changing environment.
Yes.
Rowley told us that. If at any time he ever told the truth, I believe it was then. Because he said it even in front of his own members, the rank and file of the party. I know we come to celebrate. I know we in government. I know for sure that we're not popular. I know we're not doing a good job. I know we're not delivering to the people. I know we're not serving the people. But let me compound this reality here for you this evening. Hey, we ain't had nothing. When you leave from here, you could eat, drink, wind down to the ground until you lie down. But we have nothing to offer the people of Trinidad and Tobago. The citizens have to, when you go back in your constituency or wherever, you have to let them know that they have to be able to manage and survive this changing environment. Do expect nothing. Stop feeling sorry for people and giving them false hope. Oh God, I'm sorry to hear that, girl. But come now, let me pick up some stuff in the grocery for you. No, you're slowly killing them. Because the agenda and plan of this taxing, lying, thieving government is for you to lay down and die. There should be no opposing voices. And how do they tackle people who have something to say? Even if it's constructive criticism, you're laying to them all kind of nasty and vile statements, sending a message to the young people. And every time you see them on the video, oh God, look, it's black people cheering again. Oh God, it's black people cheering again. But who is the top bully in the country? Who they getting it from? Who is the #1 master bullying in this country? You know, I know. You're ashamed to say it. You're afraid to say it. You're too embarrassed to say it. Who's the #1 bully in this country?
Dr. Rowley.
Mac don't say anything.
But yes.
Jack don't say anything. The Law Association doesn't say anything. Who's the #1 bully? Stop giving people false hope. They want us to lay down and die.
So true. Morning caller, we're calling from. What's your contribution to the Gong Report this morning?
I just want to say what Mr. Diaz said. Stop using your seat of contractors to force the workers to go to rallies and things. Because you're threatening people to work. If they don't come, you're fired. That can't be right. You understand? When Mr. Manning made this program was to help the poor, it wasn't to use it as a political tool. And that's what they're doing. Mr. Diaz saying the contractor, I mean, name, but he's Mount Up. Nobody likes him. Yeah? So, Mr. D, I think you need to stop that practice, please, and stop using the contractors to bully people. I'm from St. Joseph. Yeah? That's my contribution.
Wow. The line. Yeah.
All right. Like they can't manage the change.
Like they can't manage the change. Morning, caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Yeah, good morning to the Ground Report team and all the listeners. Now, that caller a while ago said that the people don't like de-icing. But election came and they voted him in. So, I mean, what they're talking about, they don't like him. These people are like themselves. That's why it's happening in Trinidad and Tobago. Nobody are like themselves, so that is why Rowley and them doing what they want. They like Rowley. Have a good morning.
Thank you very much. Next caller. Morning, caller. We're calling from. What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Good morning, sir, and I'm calling from San Fernando. I just wanted to address a couple things that I heard this morning on your program. One is concerning the schools and fights. On the MOE website, you can see that a 9-year-old child can be arrested. Okay, so we just don't go down that road about parenting, because that is a failed institution as well. Concerning the hospitals with regards to the machines and blood tests and so on, it is a fact that these doctors have their private practice that encourages people to go on the outside because they want to make money. Because the private practice have all their machines and all their fancy tests. Okay? How come the hospitals don't have it? It's a planting, it's a syndicate that they created. Right? We are living in a failed society. And if we don't wake up now and address these things, what are we leaving for our future generation? We cannot continue like this. We cannot fail our own country. And not for the life of me. This is something you may not want to hear, sir. But not for the life of me. I cannot understand why the opposition leader do not call for a shutdown. Send a very clear message. I'm against the UNC. No, I'm not. I don't even want to talk about the PNM too much because they are failed. I've never supported them. But we need to do something. Something. And your brother Lennox did a fantastic job concerning that bully this morning. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Oh boy. My brother, I think concerning the bully is Michael Koo. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright, the lines are open, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going to give you all new callers. It's good, it's good. This will encourage everyone to understand that there is still a little bit of hope. I'm going to give you all the new callers, the numbers.
Where's the hope, Andy? Where's the hope? What hope?
The little hope that they actually, well, in listening to them, it looked like they already, it's not even regulars who talking. It's new people putting their voice to it now that didn't used to. And I believe if it is a protest or a shutdown is called, and well, some people are saying if it's indicated by the opposition of Trinidad and Tobago that we may be able to see some results, or even if it's being indicated by us, the pushback movement, we'll be able to see some a result. Well, let's see if they're ready. The lines are open. Are you ready? Morning caller. Nice, and we're calling from. We are Mike in studio, Lennox in studio. We're calling from, and what's your contribution this morning?
I'm calling from Arena, boy. I saw that song to with Cuckoo, boy. I want to play that song, boy.
All right, well, I will organize and... All right. All right. Thanks so much. Oh boy, next caller.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Andy. Long time, first time caller. I used to live in Martin, right? And now I say, I listen to you this morning and I give me some power. I give me power every morning. I want the people in Trinidad and Tobago to wake up. They wake up because already the Prime Minister done say the people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid. So I'm coming from me line. And if it was make me a fool and right, you know, who dead and who dead, well, I don't know where it go. The Prime Minister reckless. Trinidad and Tobago always wake up and smell the coffee now, boy. Let me pick up the placard this morning and walk down the place. Let me make the proper food on the promenade and let me help the poor people all come eat. If have food, you don't need to walk and we can shut down this country. No. Always joking. The people in Trinidad and Tobago are stupid. You only say that and always get yet. Always have to make a lot yet. Always put on. Always put them to just be one red and drop it. One shot kill. Always wake up him. Camera come and ready. Camera ready. Come on, my boots. I'm a suit already. Oh yeah, Andy.
Yes, we listening.
What's now? This thing going on behind him. And I went behind me long time. No longer listening to you, Mr. Andy. You know I'm trying to get through to you, but I sent some WhatsApp message for you. And you said listen to them yet. Well, I'm telling you, youth men, all of you say you want to block and smoking weed every morning and selling nothing up people business. All you listen to this wrong report and never going on. Wrongly in North and Forest and all you don't care about me. You understand? Then drink a cup of tea, they get porridge this morning. What about the people in there? They take them to color, the poor people and them the color, the target in the. All of them, you try to target them now. You try to target them now. Are you ready now?
But we go target them legally, yeah? Legally.
I want to bring legally. You see that black man? Boy, he's not a black man, but he's seeing the black people in Jamaica all over this world. Boy, when she just come over and tell them, you're going to be a hypocrite and say you want to bring people now. But Jesus Christ won't come because I'm telling you, I was spirit moving with God. And I want to tell you something, Andy. The people in Trinidad and Tobago are stupid.
All right. Thank you for your call. The happy people frustrated, the real frustrated by Mikey.
I don't know why.
Yeah, the people real frustrated. Hey.
Just adapt to the changes, that's all. Adapt to the changes. Either you want raw reality or you want false hope.
Morning, caller, where calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Morning, Andy. Calling out of the San Juan area, Mikey K. I want the last caller to don't be afraid, my brother. Right now, this country is waiting on the opportunity to remove the PNM. Right now, we should study that the PNM don't try to mobilize black people after they remove from office to bring them back on there. But his end of power is imminent and it is round the corner. Anytime it could happen. There's nothing they could do to turn back the mind of the people from doing what they had to do. You understand? If there's 10 seats we had to get from the PNM to win is about 2-3 seats, and by the end of them know that. I go on. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Oh boy, next caller. Wow.
Wow, indeed.
We are people frustrated, you know. Let me play some voice notes. There, quick, before we take a quick break and come back because everybody wanna have their say. Let's hear. Oh boy.
Trinidad people are stupid. All they take what all they get now.
All right, madman, I'm taking some voice notes. Man, say it quick, madman. I just hear one that going mad today just now, you know. So, yes. Yeah, madman, go ahead.
Be frustrated by Andy boy. Over frustrated by I hospital car boy. And I'm a prophet. I'm not put $100 in gas in the train freaking move.
Let's go to the voice notes here. Right, let me go.
Trinidad people are stupid. All they take what all they get now.
All right, let's hear. Oh boy, everybody wanted to say we stupid. Oh.
Good. I know they hear this static. But right after Mikey said talk about the NDA, this is what I hear. This is what I hear right now. All the other radio stations playing. The other radio stations playing. Perfect. I don't like to believe in coincidence. I sure as hell don't believe in
The citizens have no idea. We don't have a clue. We don't know.
Alright, for those who listen outside, how the radio playing out there? Is it still playing static? Let us know, please.
Oh, the radio is good now, Andy. The radio is good now, but there was some serious static. I did mention it when we were on.
Wow.
But I don't think. Anyhow, let's continue.
Yeah, let's continue.
Let's continue.
Wow.
Okay, so all you say, or they address the question that I asked about the finance minister sending money to Ukraine to fund the war. I did not hear anything about that. And could you please repeat what findings that you got for my benefit, because I didn't hear anything.
All right, but Lennox will check that to see if
Lennox said that he went. I tell you straight, I didn't look into nothing because I don't want to keep being depressed. I being honest with you. Lennox, say him if you went and check that, take that up with Lennox.
Yeah.
Because I can't sit down and hear more money going so and more money going there. I don't go hunting for depression. I can't handle that. Who's on the outside?
Good morning, Gong Report. This thing about the hospital, it is a fact. 2 weeks ago, I took a friend of mine to San Fernando Hospital. First, I took her to Cuba. We went there after about 7:15 we reached here. We didn't left there until 1:45 in the morning. Okay, they gave a letter to her to take her to San Fernando. We reached San Fernando 7 o'clock in the morning. We did not leave San Fernando until 4 o'clock the evening. And on top of it, the same day she carried she file to the hospital. You know they lost the file in the hospital? One of the things I realized that they keep asking patients while I sit down there listening, did you have the vaccine? What vaccine you take? So it seems that it has something to do with the vaccine while the losing people file and while the children them today is fighting in the school. It seems that the vaccine have some form of effect on people. And the hospital is hiding a lot of stuff when they ask you if you have a vaccine. So they're losing their file so you wouldn't know exactly what it is happening. I experienced that when I carried my friend there. You understand? Because she take the vaccine, which I told her every time I see her, I say, Miss Lady, do not go and take these people vaccine. And it is the second time I had to take her to the hospital since after she had a vaccine. The first problem she had, she back pain, she don't know what causing the problem. The second problem she comes, she thought she could have hardly even walk. Right? They give her some medication to buy because the drugstore in the hospital don't have any. And when she started to take the medication, it started a race she had. So I told her, stop take it. So something is happening within the vaccine and the hospital while your file is going losing and while you just sit down there so long to get attended to. Over and out.
Okay, let's continue. All right.
Andy, good morning. Andy, Marvel Health Center, normally all the health centers have doctors on the afternoons. For the longest while, Marvel Health Center has been closed. No doctors. They're sending you to Woodbrook and St. James or Diego Martin. It's unfair. There are parents who don't have money to travel. They don't have money to buy food. It's unfair. We want to know why, because of some problem, some bacchanal. We have nothing to do with that. Let them sort their thing out. But we would like to get the health center open on afternoons. Can you all look into that for me, please?
Okay.
Is this health center? How many people does this health center serve, Andy?
Marvel Health Center, a lot of people. The Marvel Health Center, you know. Remember, people are living in Marvel.
And when she said the closest, where's the closest one after that?
Closest, Woodbrook.
Well, okay, but then everybody go to Woodbrook. That's all. Forget about the Marvel Health Center and go to Woodbrook.
But she say, oh, they have no money to travel there because they ain't have money to buy food.
Money to travel there. Why does the truth offend so many people in this country? Why is it for so many years we found comfort in lies? You don't need much to fool people, you know, just a promise, that's it, and a lie. And now the reality is hitting us while the rest of the world and geopolitics is evolving. And people are starting to open up about different things and questioning governance all over the world. I mean, think about it. We're still trying to find some sort of, comfort, refuge in lies. You don't need that health center. Go to Woodbrook because your prime minister.
But she says something when they go to Woodbrook. She says something.
What prime minister said, but Andy, he said, I don't want you for 1 minute to believe it is going to be plain sailing in Trinidad and Tobago. There are difficult times ahead.
That's true.
And we have to prepare to deal with those difficult times. And it is not everything that we are accustomed to that we can claim as an entitlement because circumstances change. The Prime Minister says citizens have to be able to manage the change and survive. Within the changing environment, you, not the government, the onus is on you. The government has simply absconded from its responsibilities and they're not lying about it. You have to come and deal with the reality. You have to come and deal with the situation in your community. But what do? Yes, you complain and we hear you and we speak and we defend you and we give you that platform. But at the end of the day, you need to stop making excuses. I know about this now. Well, who else can help you? If there are people out there can't even win one seat, you feel they could have 19? Come on, man. Stop looking for kings in the armor and you know quite well where you need to go and who you need to embrace. The UNC is the only, I repeat that, the United National Congress is the only political institution, political body that is a government in waiting. And it is the only one fighting on our behalves. Every day, some activity is taking place. You have MPs, you have supporters going to these RIC consultations. You have media briefings. You have so much going on. Get involved. Get involved. Nobody's a superstar. Get involved. Roll up your sleeves and let's take back our country. Governance is a must. It's within our reach, but we have to get up and be a part of it. We can't wish upon it. Wishing upon it is not going to help.
We have to really want it.
This Prime Minister is telling you, hey, that health center is not important. Get down to Woodbrook. These are the changes that he's talking about that you have to adapt to, whether you like it or not, because there's no plan, there's no agenda, there's no policy, there's no legislation, nothing that is going to be put in place to be in the benefit of our interest to elevate us as citizens of this beloved country. Absolutely nothing. It's 125 days. No, it's 75 days so far in this new year. And we've already recorded about 125 murders. That's right. 75 days and 125 murders. You have to adapt to that change. The fact that your money is already spent before you get your paycheck, you have to adapt to that change. You have nothing left to go to the supermarket. The fact that you once had 2 cars in your garage and you had to sell one because Susie and Tommy need lessons. They need some sort of, handheld device. Because these children shouldn't have to suffer for the fact of the way you stain your finger. But that's the reality you have to start adapting to. The fact of the matter that you can't even put aside something for your retirement. As a matter of fact, many of us are afraid to get sick right now. Well, those are the changes that Rowdy was talking about. You have to manage that. That's the reality. Unless you get up and get involved. You have to be a part of it. You can't wish upon it. So again, are you ready?
Are you? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Morning.
Give me a second. Annie, this is why we had a ground report to help the people who have problems. You find nothing Woodbrook now, you find in Marval. And when you have to hire cars from there to Woodbrook, like more money, right? That's disability people, senior citizens, they are custom in Marval, they are custom, why go Woodbrook? And we are riot yet. We go never riot.
Next caller. Oh boy.
My God, this thing sending mad.
Boy. Madman and all like he going mad. Oh boy.
Who's on the
Next
outside?
thing and all, while I see this Prime Minister as a head and a leader of this country, he's very disrespectful, vulgar, and he have no respect for people. And the thing is, anytime that you oppose him, it's like your place in government office is supposed to be questioned, as you rightfully say, as Prime Minister. But you can't question it, dog. He just arrogant and disrespectful to other people. You understand? That when these other people jamming him, you want to put them in court and all kind of stupidness. Yeah. Pay them fair way. They better go.
Wow. A lot of voice notes. All right. That's it. No, boy, not yet. Let's try to finish off these quick.
When it's coming into quick.
Yeah, hello, good morning, Andy. This is our first time caller here. It's a while I really trying to get in communicate with the whole country now, for them to understand what's really going on. And I would like the people of Trinidad and Tobago to open their eyes and understand that there is a papi show thing now, boy. The Carnival ride, people in Carnage, people in Tego Martin, people in Lavanti, Peter MCS. I want to wake up and I want to see what's going on, you know. We younger generation getting targeted, you know. I 31 years, Andy, and here I telling you, I will be listening to the radio program every morning. You understand? And it making a lot of sense. You're talking sense, Andy. Andy, boy. You just make my day, you know. After I get up in the morning and pray and talk to Allah, Andy, you just make my day, boy. I telling you, you know. This government in serious, boy, Andy, boy. Our Prime Minister could say, who dead, who live, boy. Our Prime Minister could talk and carry about himself like that, and the people in the country in gap, boy. What kind of people we really living amongst, boy, Andy, boy? It's sad, you know. It are people out there need serious help, boy. Andy, God, I don't know, boy. If I tell him he coming, you know. He coming just now, you know, Andy. When he come, it could be a lot of hypocrites, boy. Yeah, what I saying, eh? You see this country, people, well, they wake up, you know. Let me get up and pick up the placard. Let me start a protest. Let me start to let them know the timing is really people had the power. No government can't papi show me like that, boy. You understand? Faris Alvari in both all of these ministers.
No WhatsApp calls, only WhatsApp voice notes right now. Apache, sorry about that. Go ahead, caller.
Ministers who sitting down and cheer and rocking back and laughing and getting kicks, boy. And people out there on the ground facing real pain, real poverty, and all they're laughing and getting kicks, boy. These fellas are the service, the police service in the pocket, you know. I passed through an incident, and here I telling you, no assistance from the law, you know. What really going on, boy? I don't see it coming to, you know. Oh yeah, this way it is, you know. Like we really have to pick up everything and do everything, you know. Cause nobody, boy, example that I said, boy. These people are not feeling as a joke, boy. Like them taking these people, boy, what really going on, boy? All I want is just the order, boy, just the word, you know, boy. And it's rioting one time, boy. Rioting tongue, boy. All they getting kicks, so. Rowley. But I don't like you at all, you know, boy. And but all over there, you know what telling all there? You see this PNM government, boy? Boy, hey. All they tell me about Kamla, boy, Kamla Tiffen, what? Boy, we still getting take from Kamla, boy, we getting nothing from you, boy, boy. Rowley, I despise all there, boy. Oh God, boy. All they just hurt my belly, my mind, my soul, boy. Oh God. Pressure.
Wow, Mikey. Big man.
Yeah, boy, Andy. Pressure, boy.
Boy, that big man balling there, boy.
But please, don't come out of retirement, please.
Yeah, boy.
Whatever you say in there, brother, don't come out of retirement. It's going to be done by the ballot, not by the bullet, please. Maintain the order, maintain the peace. My God, blessed heart of love. Who we have on the outside, Andy?
And them politicians really don't understand, Mikey, what they do, you know, boy. When
they understand quite.
They don't understand, you know? They really don't, boy.
It's not for them to understand, Andy. It's for we the people to understand. It's for we the people to say what we intend to accept and what we intend to stand for and what we believe in. It's not about them anymore. This is out of their hands. The Prime Minister, if at any time he's ever spoken the truth, would have been at that time, at that anniversary, that 67 PNM anniversary celebration, when your own members who does laugh at anything you say, and I was coming up the stage and she back and when they could hush them out and look up like, I thought we in government. I thought this was we time.
Yeah, boy.
I thought we was going to benefit. That way you come to tell me at this 67th anniversary, all of them who like to laugh out loud and smile, there was a deafening silence. Because this man had to turn on them and say, listen, there are difficult times ahead in Trinidad and Tobago, no plain sailing. And we have to prepare to deal with those difficult times. Those people, when they didn't smile, when they didn't laugh, when they didn't, there was this blank expression on their face. They're thinking about the rest of us as citizens that they had to come back to. The people that they lied to and say it was a racial thing and calling them racist and all of that to convince them to vote. The people that they made promises to, they saw everything falling right before them, you know. That's why they had to come quick and talk about Dragon Gas deal to say, no, well, don't study what you said that night, man. We looking for money, we go find it out because the people that them say, they hear what I gonna talk there? Hey, you tell me to go and stain my finger for them, you know. You tell me that the reality hit all of them that night, you know. When this man had nothing good to say but sorrow and tears and expect that all that you believe that you are entitled to, you need to look again because circumstances have changed. I don't have it again. My wallet flat. I have nothing extra in my pocket. I don't have the will. I don't have any way that I can actually serve you or us. We could serve you as a government. And he said you have to be able to manage it. You. It's not that the government is weak. He didn't come and say that the government is looking for ways to help you manage the situation, you know. He didn't say that the government has a plan to manage the situation, you know. He didn't say that the government is going to implement policies that is going to manage the situation, you know. He said you, the onus is on you. You stain your finger. These are the circumstances. This is the reality. You must go now and try to survive within this changing environment. You. Because we have no plan for you. You live, you die. We could care less. But you're on your own.
That is exactly what that man said, boy. Wow. Oh boy, let's just run through these rest of voice notes here.
Good morning, Andy, Lennox, Cuff, and Mikey, and the viewers. We need our country back. What the young ones sign on its clothes, whatever with Maduro. We need international intervention now. Our country in a big mess. People are really suffering, Andy. Something have to be done. I am so grateful that you all are standing up for our country. Thanks.
Wow, let's address our next one here.
Good morning to the ground report. Regular listener, first time, will not call a message as a matter of fact. I have a little issue here. My grandchildren came home from school yesterday. Not a couple minutes after he had an accident. They have a little baby at home. My son went to work. My daughter now had to throw all the children in the car. Went down to Mount Hope before 6 o'clock. After 5. Or could be before that. You know what time they leave the hospital this morning? 1 o'clock. This is a child who is 9 years. Is this right? If you don't care about the children in the country and the elderly, well, you don't even care about yourself. This is so ridiculous. No wonder why nobody don't even want to stay in Trinidad. When they remove the PNM and this dotish
the dotish one? Just now, when they remove the PNM and the dotish.
When they remove the PNM and this dotish health minister and whoever it is, right? we will be somewhere good. You know, it breaks your heart to see that a child and a little baby, or there's everybody in the car. You have to be waiting for the child until 1 o'clock.
Don't call WhatsApp. Don't call WhatsApp. We're using WhatsApp voice notes. And it will cut the voice notes. Don't call. I would not answer. Go ahead. We have to finish this.
You have to be waiting for the child until 1 o'clock. Suffering, the children have nothing to eat. You don't know. They just don't care because all the senior doctors, they're in a private institution. Nobody cares. You'll have a great day.
All right, let's go again. Wow.
And good morning. I must say I have to agree with Mr. Tulapura. And we really need to find out what it is that Stuart Young went and signed this deal that he signed there with PDVSA, because we really cannot trust them. And we really have to know what it is. They could be selling out this country for real. Petrochevron could be on the line here.
Wow. Let's continue.
Very interesting.
Very
interesting.
Yeah.
The Hofamor disease is rolling, Imut Arari and Jackass GR saying, tell me the Hofamor disease is having in this country. Tell me the disease that is having this Hofamor disease in this country is them. And we in this country have to wake up. Don't us smell the coffee or drink it, Andy. Because every day, Andy, this country keeps going on a hole that cannot come out of the country. You see what going on in America? They're not giving me help to fight to see about the crime in this country, Andy. The America not helping me to see about the crime in this country. The crime in this country is rolling. The crime in this country is rolling. And when we give it rolling, the country will get back now because we know camera will bring back the country to how it was. We know camera business will bring back the country to how it was. And Chief Minister will work for the citizens of this country. Have a blessed and pleasant Andy. Mighty K, Fit and Cough. Have a blessed and pleasant day.
Thank you.
Wow, next caller.
Next caller.
Next voice note, in fact.
Pleasant good morning to you, Andy Williams, boy. Chumakaka again, boy. I'm being real honest with you, boy. Understandable. Tell me if this makes sense. They're trying to make us look at each other as an Indian, African, fighting each other, warring each other because of politics and nonsense, right? But it's really about class, you know, society, you know, rich and poor, you know, and this is something only other beat, you know, beat it in one day. I'm being honest with you, you know, and now I sit down and meditate and see this is what these people doing, you know, divide and conquer, you know, divide and rule. So it's not about Indian, African. I will never hate an Indian human being, an Indian man or woman, a brother or a sister is the same flesh and blood, color of skin, everything, right? But what these people in society who call themselves politicians are doing to us, Jed, is separating us by this rich and poor aspect of life, because he himself, out of his dirty mouth, said he have to make the rich richer so the rich can help the poor. What kind of logic is that? What kind of sensible aspect of what he trying to bring to us that could do to us or help us in any way? That ain't making no sense, my brethren. But I'm being honest with you, Chumaka. And pong this thing for me now, man. Pong we highlight we back pain, boy. Hey, amalgamated, boy. All they do to we, boy. I mean, they never really give all nothing to negotiate for, right? Because they shove it down we throat. It's either or. Whether we take it or we didn't take it, is we get or we didn't get. But they're separating society. They're separating us, Trinidadians, rich and poor. Nothing about Indian African. Because if France, just 2 years, looking to raise old age pension by 2 years, and the whole of France coming out, whether rich or poor. What is going on here? Who is we then? We ain't thinking, we ain't looking beyond, we ain't seeing. You know, we just living on the surface of things. But we have to go beyond that. And this is a rich and poor thing. It's a rich and a poor thing. Not now. And this stinking dirty black man they put their ass to kill we out, to suffer we, and then kill if we live or we die, because that is his words out of his mouth. Watch me now, man, when God ready for them kind of people, right? But it's a serious thing. This is a rich and poor thing. It's not no Indian African thing. And right now, I real screwed, I real vex, I serious. Man, I really didn't want to say nothing, you know, but I listening to your program because I just listen to whenever I get the time on a home, and you know, I could listen to your thing that is listen, right? But there's a rich and poor society they're trying to bring, or more or less develop. This is no Indian African thing because I love what.
Nice, oh boy, that's it. Just two more. Well, yes, just two more. Let's hear.
Good morning, Mr. Andy Williams. This is Batari Philip from Toko Sandiwani. I just calling for the village voice note for a nice program this morning. I love you talking this morning. I just want to wish my friend a happy birthday today, Shamala Das daughter. Casey's daughter birthday. A happy birthday today. And may God bless her to live to see many more.
Nice. Let's go. Let's just run it out.
Good morning, my brother. As again, I will always say wonderful show. Good contributions from the people. Now, let me tell you something, my brother. This government, this Rowley administration, all them looking to do is to get any avenue where they could say that something happening, that they had a need emergency money to spend, so they could cut up the money, they could thief out the money and continue doing that. So any disease, they will try to create diseases. They will try to create a next COVID pandemic, a next COVID in the country, or some disease for them to say they need money, that they bring vaccine to do some kind to thief out the money. That's all they're doing. They're just trying to thief and thief and thief. That's all them doing. You understand? Making the financiers and them more richer. As Rowley said, the richer they get richer. So he don't see nothing wrong in that. The rich supposed to get richer. This is a nasty fella. That man is a nasty man. Rowley is a nasty fella.
Wow. Let's continue. I just think it have one more. Let's see.
Good morning, Andy. Andy going to report. Andy, the new commissioner of police earlier was quite right in saying that an evil force is stalking our land. Right, Andy? And Lennox would tell you, and everybody knows, that the evil force is Rowley. Rowley is the evil force. Remember you say from Lekki Toto and Iwakobia on Manin? Well, that is the evil force that's stalking our land.
As Mikey they say, everybody know who. Come, let me just run through this. Quick.
What people that just start doing is checking themselves, especially this gambling that they gamble.
Yes, now Apache still taking WhatsApp voice notes.
Gambling and playing this at a lotto and play, they get so hooked with that the government making so much money off of us with that. They don't have we hoodwink with that. Right? They don't take in the taxpayers' money doing all kind of thing, and then on top of that, they're taking all the money you into the gambling, lotto and play and all kind of thing. You understand? Well then again, you won't come out the mouth, you say people stupid.
Well, caller, I kind of beg to differ. Yeah, gambling not good, I know if it go, but remember, where there is no hope, where there is nothing, it has something called survival. And if the easiest way of trying to turn a $5 or $10 into $100 or $200, people will take the opportunity where there is nothing. Just like how it have people who law-abiding citizens who you will shock start a thief in grocery. It are law-abiding citizens who you will shock start a thief criminally. Understanding or because at the end of the day, a human being as part of the animal world is about survival, you know, Papa. And let me know what are being thrown there right now for we all to survive. Tari gamble, people trying that. People thieving, people shooting, people this, people that. It has suicides, it have real domestic violence going on. All of this is a result of the failed system that we're going through, you know.
Yeah. And all of this is about trying to survive within the changing environment, according to the Prime Minister. You're right, Andy. People are trying their luck. Because again, there's no plan, there's no program for them to turn $1 into $5. There's absolutely nothing. As a matter of fact, everything is now the total opposite. SMEs, which employ over 200,000 plus people, how were they treated in the heights of the pandemic? Who made all the money? The banks still recorded some ridiculous profits, and so many businesses still couldn't open. Did they throw them an economic lifeline? Did they understand the importance of these SMEs to keep the economy moving? No. And now that the dust has settled, they say, listen, we did our best, we gave a hamper, who was part of we who eat our food, whoever benefit, the man we rent the tents from, listen, at the end of it all, you have to find a way to survive now within this changing environment. And then people are asking about this whole non-disclosure agreement that Young went and signed. I mean, Andy, listen, they said despite complaints by Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro that the restrictions on cash payments sewn into the exemptions were tantamount to colonialism. Prime Minister Dr. Rowley in January said the restrictions on the exemptions would not serve as a stumbling block to the deal. He said during the height of COVID-19, the Venezuelan government requested that the TT government purchase necessities on their behalf. So we are going to buy things on their behalf. They ain't go take the cash. And Dr. Rowley said that this approach can be taken. The same approach now can be taken. So during COVID, we were, I don't know if that was made public, but anyhow, he said during COVID restrictions, they were able to buy for the Venezuelan government necessities on their behalf. So why does that have to become a non-disclosure now? What it is they're asking you to purchase that you need to tie it up in a non-disclosure deal? I don't understand this. You've reached a point now where
it had to be something different, partner. It had to be something that they know the population or the United States or any right-thinking person will want to watch them as, oh, well, you're mad? So for any government to be want to hide what deal is signing from with our next government, it had to be something not good. If it's something good, why you had to hide it? Yeah. Why you had to hide something good? So it's had to be something bad going on there.
And you're right. Now let's start to add this up. I mean, if you want to do humanitarian, affairs and you do things to help people, well, there has to be a plan for that. Because you can't take from people who are suffering just to balance it off to give it to people based on a deal that you need to make come true. You need to, because after all that doom and gloom that you talked about at the celebration of the PNM, you have to come and find a way to let people know, no, there's still hope. So why, and you're so correct that you have to tie this up in an NDA. Is it that people are going to be going to wholesale places and supermarkets and start to be restricted on how much you could purchase? So if I want a 5-pound bag, no, you could only get a 2.5-pound bag. And is it that we will be taking from the people who could scarcely purchase when it comes to supplies and having it tied up in this deal so it doesn't become suspicious or look suspicious? Because it just doesn't add up.
It just...
Why does an NDA work? I mean, come on, it had to be a secret that you buying Conkers, or you selling cereal, Frosted Flakes, or Solpro or Tulum. Why that had to be a secret? Why you had to tie up anything in an NDA when you cannot offer any sort of cash transaction? So which means you have to find some other tangible asset that you have to go and negotiate. So why does asset has to be a secret? Why?
Because if the people know what it is that they're signing away, the people might revolt from now. I want to believe that's why. Let's finish some WhatsApp voice notes. All right, before I finish that voice note, morning.
Hello. Andy, it's please.
All right.
No money to.
All right, let me just call she back there quick. That me sorry, my man. Things hard. She says she has no money to think the. But obviously Mikey talk there, and you know she like to throw in. She talk with this Venezuelan thing. Go ahead, Miss Ari.
Hello, good morning.
Go ahead.
Yes. Well, I laugh on you. Yeah. Oh God. Hey, Andy, you never hear me laugh on the program before. You heard me tell you. Listen now. This thing is no secret. It's just that when it go up on the net, the website where you could get the news from, they just take it down off YouTube. Okay? It have to know. Look, I know. Okay? When Shorty go there.
Where you sign?
Wait, man. When Shorty go there.
Yeah.
Shorty meet Nicolas Maduro. Shorty talk with Delcy Rodriguez, brother. He had to represent Maduro. I won't tell you why. But he talked with Delcy, brother. His name is Jorge Rodriguez, an ex-sanction one. Jorge mean Georgiana. Okay? Is Georgiana say, I mean to say George. It come like when Lennox does say April Brown. Because he kind of something like the, what you call him? Amory Brown. You dig me? Anyhow, when he go there, he talk with the man. And the plan is to have we Trinidadians go in there, buy boat up the Orinoco, in them little boat we could turn over with we in the Serpent Mouth, up the Orinoco to shop in Tocopita. Let me tell you something, Shorty know nothing about Tocopita. They should investigate first. Guys behind God back, it have nothing there. You're going up that river, they're going to kill people going up that river. It has to know what I say, that's true. They're going to hands up them boat, them 50-foot boat where they want to bring. Before they take one of the Tobago ferry and carry it in the eastern part, the Middle Eastern part where it has shopping. If you want to cut branch across to Margarita where it has duty-free shopping. People who used to travel will know what I'm talking about. You want to follow this crazy gang man friend. You start young to carry we people up the river for them criminal in the river, them pirates, we're hungry up there to kill we people. Or you better abandon that ship for me, please. That's what you went there for. It's no secret. It's them keeping it secret from we. Nicholas don't hide nothing. Nicholas just call the conference, right? And he does store and everything right there. And again, I still have to put in peace with that UNC. There is no everything was going on, and they just drop pecan, but they don't understand it. I don't understand it, where they're coming from, especially when it comes to these things. And Rowley we can't answer, and that is the joke they're making, and we going down. You hear? We going down. Every day this country going down because them is to blame too, because their mouth sew up. I don't know if Rowley take a crap mouth and sew it and make you over to tie up the mouth.
Who mouth?
Dangerous.
Who mouth you talking about?
I'm talking about the UNC mouth.
But the UNC is speaking out right now. The UNC
talk on the program there. You give me a chance.
Right, go ahead,
she talk on the Monday night forum. And she's asking him some questions. And I listen to she and I know where she coming from. Rowley and them know where she coming from. And you know she tell him, I know the answer to all those questions. No doubt she should have played stupid. You understand me? And that's the game they playing. And the Roberts all of them, they afraid none of all them. My mouth could open big like yours. You don't be only dropping people. And when you get a little thing from Venezuela, the television on YouTube, where they had the bloggers watching the whole night, so they could catch what's going on. He just come and give me what you want to give me, because it has some things you can't really talk, but they're talking nothing at all. It's dropped the a little thing.
If it have some things that they cannot talk, the UNC, Anil, Kamala and all of them, could you now tell us why they wouldn't talk it, so we be able to...
I ain't talking it, let them talk.
You have to tell me.
Nobody ain't right in my back, brother. You notice I just had the call, right? They know how dangerous the mafia is. They're afraid they disappear. You think I can disappear too? Them are doing nothing at all. I was saying, let them go international, because that mafia is very dangerous. Hey, you think it's easy? If it reach the stage where
but look, you don't want to talk. Alright, look, you don't want to talk because that mafia dangerous. But you want the UNC.
I still talking. Look, I tell you something here. Them ain't gonna talk that. They were talking nothing at all. Nothing. Pekong is nothing. Especially when people don't know where they're coming from. I said the only person know where they're coming is me. It's me. Why you must blame me? Why you have to blame me? I doing my part. It's how some few things real sickening. It's sickening, especially when it comes to the human trafficking. Hey, it's something I hear in a Venezuela news since last year with that human trafficking, where the police, where them Venezuelan activists here had to go to the OAS. The only thing can help me is the OAS.
All right, thank you very much. Oh boy. Well, it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. That's what I tell you. So that's why me and all they want to talk about Venezuela. You best. You understand the language. I understand. So it's you best to talk about Venezuela. Morning.
Morning, Ali.
Morning to you.
This is Krishna from Arima.
Go ahead.
Listen, from day one, as I keep telling them about this man named Dr. Keith Raouli, this Ryan Obiaman, the seatful Prime Minister we have right now. I hear callers calling this morning and I know what to do him. I callers always calling, but you're right. We like it so. We had the chance. The man stand up and tell the country. The people of Trinidad are stupid. And we're going to put back the man in power again. Take it now. We like it so. What I want again? What I want? Lockdown.
Morning.
Oh.
Go ahead, Apache.
Yeah,
New York. Go ahead, New York. Apache. You're well breaking up. Right, go ahead, Apache.
Yeah, morning to my guy. If you can hear me, to my guy.
That's right, go ahead, Apache again, go ahead.
Right, I really feel how Chumakat feel, eh? A couple of days I've been listening to him, eh? And you can see the gentleman is genuine. He really want betterment for the country, eh? And this is not, like he said, this is not a PNM and a UNC thing, eh? It's a betterment for the country. And I'm very, it's very hard rendering. Anyway, next message is this. To the people of Laventille, to the people of Beetham Estate, and the people of Silats, I'm saying this and I will say it one more time. You 1% in them, I and all your property,